I found out some things today that I never thought I'd hear. See, people are trying to judge Joey because, yes, he has made some mistakes. He has a past. 100%. But Joey also lived with undiagnosed mental illness almost his entire life until he met me and I got him the help that he needed.
And if y'all want my doctor or psychiatrist from Woodland Centers in Gallipolis, that's fine. I'll sign the HIPAA for you so you can get my record saying and showing I was trying to get help. I was on Zyprexa 7.5 forever. I went through abuse. My sister went through abuse as growing up. And it's hard for me to come out about this. Everybody's saying I had something to do with it. Me and my sister was best friends. You couldn't catch us. We were inseparable. You couldn't catch us apart.
Which is why all the rumors are coming that there was anything inappropriate between him and her. That couldn't be further from the truth.
And I may have messed up on the age of 13. It might have been 14 or 15 when she had that first baby. But since you all already know, Justin was coming home with us. He was our best friend.
He was also a kid.
They were also, Justin was also a kid. He went to school with me and Jeremy. Well, since it's already out there, and I have to apologize to Justin for that.
He accidentally word vomited it on one live, and he did not expect her to post it.
That's still a child, I know. If there's anything y'all want to know, go ahead and start asking. I'll tell you the best I can. But I'm going to tell you something right now. Everybody's sitting there saying, and I know my whole family's done disowned me over this because I'm speaking out for my sister. So I don't care what's said tonight. I don't care.
And somebody has to be the voice for her.
Yeah, and everybody's getting mad at me because if my sister's wrong, she's wrong. Okay, I won't have nothing else to do with her. But if she's a victim, I'm going to be there every step of the way, and I don't care which one of y'all don't like it.
Exactly, Tammy.
I'm here to support you guys, 100%.
I also had somebody reach out to me today from a fake Facebook, and she said she wants to stay private because she has been around the family recently. And she said that the conditions at that house have only been that way for about 2 months. And she said it's because Lynn got to the point where she couldn't do anything anymore. And she said that Gary Jr. took full control over everything. And that even Elizabeth, the children, nobody was allowed outside anymore. That he was basically like losing it. He was paranoid all the time. I don't know if that is true or not. I really want to get verification of that first. I told her she has to send me some form of proof because there's so many lies on this. It's crazy. Like, there's people even coming up with crazy twisted lies that don't even live in this country. That's what I believe. I believe if she is a victim, we want her to go through all the forensic psychology.
Right.
We want her to get screened. We want professionals to make that determination. It is not up to other people on the internet who are miserable and sit on live for 16 hours a day talking about other people and making fun of other people to determine if she is a victim or not. By looking at her, you can tell she looks far worse than the rest of them. That's my personal opinion. So yes, we want it to be looked into. If she is guilty and she is dubbed completely capable and she completely competent, then we want her to get prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But we don't feel that's the case.
But like Casey said, Casey, I know you're watching, I have been one hell of a kid. I started at 9 years old and I ain't stopped yet. Everything that's on my record, I admit to. Everything.
Like I said, Joey had undiagnosed and untreated BPD, which, if you guys don't know what that, borderline personality disorder, and he had severe anger issues. The problem is, babe, I don't want to speak your story for you, but after going through so much abuse himself and being bullied in school and getting beat up in school, eventually he started fighting everyone back. And then his entire life from that point was fight or flight. But that's his story to tell, and I'm going to let him tell that story.
I got 2 probation officers that can verify most of this. One of them actually lived right up the road from me. Her name's Joy Elliott. And the other one's Jerry Dorst. I had come to them multiple times.
Babe, somebody asked if you and Elizabeth were beat on.
Yes, very bad. I was put in the hospital for 2 weeks. My sister was whooped, smacked in the face. I had my penis pinched. My own Uncle Jamie, I hate to say this, and this is so embarrassing, and I don't care. I was fighting with my brother one day, and he went to run down the hallway and accidentally scratched him on the back. Well, my Uncle Jamie started whooping me. And he took me in the bedroom, and he put his finger somewhere he shouldn't have put it. I have been through so much. My sister has been through so much, but nobody wants to speak on that. So I'm going to. We were beat with
He didn't want to out his parents. He has been fighting for a relationship with his parents for 38 years. And after last night, after he talked to a few family members, that was it. He said, I can't do this anymore. You guys just want to cover up what happened to us. He said, this is why Elizabeth left, and this is why I'm done, and I'm washing my hands of all of you.
My own aunt last night texted me, and I'll send it, I'll share it, I don't care. She said, you need to stop going over there running your mouth. I'm not running my mouth. I'm the only one in my whole family speaking out for my sister. Jeremy's such a good brother, Casey. Why ain't he saying anything? Yeah, I'm glad he stopped talking to you. I really am. I'm not even trying to go there, but I'm glad he stopped talking to you.
He stopped talking to you, though, because the family found out that you and Brent are getting in podcasts talking about the family.
Oh, I recorded everything. But any which way it goes, I started getting in trouble at 9, acting out. Anytime I get in trouble, I go to the probation officer and ask her to send me off. I'd get off the school bus sometimes and ask if I could go to juvie. Just because I didn't want to be home. I didn't want to be home. I would get beat on constantly. In case you don't know none of this, because if he does, he's like, oh, I didn't see it. You didn't see none of it because it happened behind closed doors. Nobody's seen nothing.
In case he wasn't around that much, they tried to honestly avoid him because he was known as the dirty, stinky kid.
That, and he left my brother in a Jeep one night drunk, and my brother went to jail over it in case he didn't do shit about it. He didn't take out for what happened. They broke a window in a Hummer at the AFW. Actually, I looked it up. He's got public intoxication and stuff, but he didn't go to jail. My brother went to jail for it. He ain't no good. Like, it's right there on Google. It says that he did what he did. Casey is no better than nothing. He was even trying to get with my sister a couple times while she was younger. So all this shit, it's coming out. Like, people's dirty laundry is coming out of my family.
I can't speak
They're
on
not
any
gonna
of
sit there
he went through
and- they're
because
not-
he hid most of it from me, even.
And when it comes to my son, Tyler is my son. Tyler Donovan Russell is my son. My son. And me and my wife, my ex-wife, were passing each other. She was going to work for morning shift. I was getting off at third shift. I was taking him home. We passed. I grabbed a stroller. It was on Cleveland Avenue. I still remember Oakland Park and Cleveland Avenue. We lived at apartments right beside KFC. I took him in. I propped the bottle up, and I fell asleep. Well, he woke up screaming and crying, and I went to pick him up out of his car seat, and I cracked his arm. That is the whole thing with Tyler. And I got the x-ray. You could barely ever see the crack, but that's what happened.
It was
I went to jail for it. I called the law. Nikki, please. I called the law myself because I was scared. I was a first-time father. He was screaming. It broke my heart. I got 3 years probation for that. Judge Betsy is the one that sentenced me in Columbus, Ohio. I don't hide nothing. In case he's over like, you're not going to admit nothing. I admit everything I've ever done.
They want to know if your mother was or your sister was emancipated. I'm sorry, I was reading the name.
Actually, my mom and dad signed the papers. I'm not hiding it no more. It's in the court records. It's there. That's something you shouldn't have to ask. It's in black and white. Yes, both of them signed. All four of them signed it. Lynn, Gary, Dad, and Mom signed that paper. And when I left for Georgia, I told my brother to watch my sister. What'd he do? You let her go over and get pregnant. Now that's a good brother right there.
They want to know what happened with your other son.
That's a hard one to talk about. And I you know what? My nephew was there, and I'm glad he was there, and he's old enough to tell now. I'm going to tell the whole fucking story. Or it ain't story, it's fucking truth. I was working at Sand Hill, West Virginia. I owned a landscaping business. I was working for Andy Jobapur. I was working for the Judge Nybert over there for Point Pleasant. I was working for the governor doing his landscaping, Joe Manchin. And my mom calls me. She's like, Joey, can you come get Jordan? I said, no, Mom, I cannot come get Jordan. I said, I'm at work. And she's like, well, he's got a 2-hour early dismissal. Can you go to the farm and get him? I said, no, I cannot. I said, but after 5 o'clock, I can come to Long John Silver's and pick him up for you. And she's like, okay, that'll work. Well, Brittany gets off of work. She was working at Riverside, something in
Brittany is the child's mother.
Proctorville, Ohio. She was in Proctorville, or working in River's Edge in Proctorville, Ohio. Anyway, she comes and we load up everything, get everything loaded up. We go to Long John Silver's. I go in. Mom gives me some food, gives me Jordan and Brittany some food. And I told her not to go. I said, don't leave nothing on the truck. I said, our alternator's going out. I was about to go to AutoZone and buy an alternator. Well, I come out, battery's dead. Me and her get into it. And I go back in, get the keys from my mom, jump my truck. We go back to Eastern Avenue. And I get him out of his carrier, and I'm walking up the stairs. I'm about to unlock the door. Well, I got to step in, and everybody and their mama knows I wear cowboy boots. Well, she had this little dog. And it crapped in my floor. And I slipped in it and almost dropped my son down the stairs. So that dog came running up, I kicked it. I ain't gonna lie about it, I did it. But when I did that, Jordan was coming through the back door, and he seen me do it. And he took off crying. I told Brittany, I said, I will be right back. I will be right back. Well, me and Jordan was out there talking in about 15 minutes. And I'm gonna tell you something right now. This is the hardest thing a dad will ever have to walk in on. I don't care who believes me and who don't. She's lied and said she wasn't there. She did this. I did this when I was on. I was at work, and then I came home. I walked in the house, and I heard my son making a sound. And she was like, I was like, where's Nana at? She was like, in the playpen. I never put my son in the playpen, ever. He was in that or his walker or something like that. I put him in his playpen at night. I said, has he ate yet? And she was like, no. And his bottle's right there. I made sure it wasn't too hot. Put it on my wrist, like you're supposed to. I go out there, or I go in the room, and my son is turning purple. Gasping, his eyes are rolling.
It's okay, babe. Take your time.
My son's sitting there choking on his own blood. I pick him up, and all that blood comes on me. I look at Brittany. I was like, what the fuck happened? I said, you need to call 911. I hand my son to her, and I'm trying to call 911. She throws my son back at me and says, I can't do this, and runs outside. I'm sitting there trying to call the law, and the ambulance, and my dad pulls up. I busted his window out of his truck. I was so scared. I didn't know what to do. I tell him to get in the truck. I put my son on my nephew, and I throw this girl up in that truck, and I said, you're going. And I made her go. Well, we get out there, and Justin Rice and Matt Harvey is out there. They're detectives. One's for city, one's for county. Everything I just said is the same thing I told them. Never changed. It's in the court documents. It's never changed. We get home, and I know that Aaron Moody's been talking to everybody. I know I didn't beat my son. Look how big my hands are, and look how big I am. If I had hit a 10-month-old son out of my kid, I'd have killed him. Well, they're packing her stuff, trying to get her out of my house. I'm going off. Harvey's telling me that he needs to talk to me. He needs to talk to me after the interview. Just find out my son's been life flighted at Nationwide Children's Hospital in Columbus. I go up there. Luckily, a nurse that was working there was working with me at McDonald's, taking her internship. They were helping her do her college. And they told me I couldn't be there because of a sign of abuse. And I started going off. Well, her and the doctor take me in there with Children's Services and sit there and tell me that she admitted to breaking his legs, ribs, shoved a bottle down his throat, knocked his teeth out, gave him 3 hematomas on his brain. Well, that's where the part Aaron comes in at. I tried to unalive her. Drove my truck home, went through the house. That's what happened with that. Now, I'm tired of people saying I hurt my kid. Last time I whooped a kid was Jordan, and that was so long ago. I first got out of prison for felony fleeing and eluding, but you will see on my record, I almost did 4 years for that. He threw a kitten in my face, and I had to go get stitches. I lit his butt up. That's the last time I've ever whooped a kid. Ever.
But he spanked him. He didn't like punch him or.
No, I spanked him. I know y'all gonna get your little twist in the bunch, but no, I spanked him. I popped him on the butt.
Yes, Stacy, that is where his child endangerment charge came from.
Yes, that is my child endangerment charge. Now everybody knows. I'm not going to talk about it no more because it hurts. I got to live with that.
Feisty, we'll get to that here in a second.
Yeah, my sister, my dad actually has one of their relatives that work for him. His name is Jesse White. I'm putting it all out there. His son's Jason White. They're actually related to the Siders. He helps my dad build houses.
The Siders are very odd. You can even ask their own family members. Their own family members will even tell you how odd they are and how it's kind of generational that all of them pretty much live like that.
No, my son did not pass. No, he was put into adoptions agency through foster care. Yeah.
He was put into foster care, and just because Joey is not the aggressor, we even just last year got the paperwork in the mail of his legal adoption going through and what they changed his name to. I have the paperwork.
I can have contact. Brittany cannot.
No, Brittany.
I can go get paperwork.
Probation.
I can go get yeah. No, my son's just in foster care. He's from last thing I heard, he's doing fine. That makes me happy because I want the best for my son. I want the best for all my kids. I want the best for Elizabeth's kids. But for them to sit there and attack us and not know that me and her was abused when we was kids, yeah, maybe I did deserve it because I was out breaking in houses. I was catching stuff on fire. I was doing all kinds of stuff, fighting, taking guns to school. I was doing it all. I was drinking at school. I was doing it all. I never did drugs. I was smoking weed, but I don't do drugs. I drank back then, but I don't like that stuff now. I think it's disgusting. I smoke cigarettes and greenery is all I do. And the reason I do that, I have so much antisocial.
They want to know if Jeremy was abused.
No, absolutely fucking not. Absolutely not.
Jeremy was not lying when he put on Facebook the other day that he was the golden child. He absolutely is. That boy could do no wrong.
I think they are good vibes. I'm not for sure if they are. Because they are from over towards Mount Alto. I can take you right to the Siders' very first house they grew up in. It's going towards Mount Alto. Going towards Parkersburg, West Virginia. I can take you right to it.
Jeremy's the middle child. Joey is the oldest.
I'm the oldest. Jeremy's the middle. Elizabeth's the youngest. And whatever happens to me, I've been threatened and everything. I don't care. I've got my sisters stuff out there as much as I can.
Now, we are
I'm-
going to speak, babe,
and I'm
really
so-
quick. I do want to bring up, as a lot of people want to know, in the press conference, yes, this is Elizabeth's brother. In the press conference, it was said that the oldest child could not speak or say her own, or write her own name. We've been given so
right
many
back.
social media accounts for the girls. It's unbelievable. And there was speculation, okay, well, maybe this was the parents running the social media. If you go and you look at their TikToks, you can clearly see that these girls were reaching out for help, and they were making real, like, just the vibe they were giving off is they were uncomfortable with their father. So I don't think that would have come up at all if it was them doing it themselves. Well, then outside of that too, there was also voice clips. A man from India came forward and said that he was the oldest boyfriend. He gave, if you go look at Joey's Facebook, you can see all the text messages. And in the recent one he posted today, there is a voice clip with Chloe's voice. And he's getting more for us. He's digging in his cloud because this was over a year ago. So he has it all saved. But when this news even hit him in India, and he's seen posts about Joey, he reached out to Joey and he said, they're lying about your sister and I have the proof and I want to help you. Well, your niece. They're lying about your niece. So we have proof. We have her voice. We have audio of her voice. We have proof of all of her social media accounts. And it's not just the oldest. There's also accounts for most of the children, including a little boy. We have a YouTube video of a little boy.
I got stuff you all don't even know about. Like everybody's coming to me. Everybody.
I think maybe the neighbor might have found out that she was with a boy from India or something and maybe threatened to tell the parents. So maybe that's why they had to break up. We asked why the neighbor made them break up and he said that he didn't know. She just said that they had to break up because of the neighbor Mike.
And I want to thank everybody for. I got a bunch of messages last night that you sent money and put on her books so she could eat. Thank you so much, and I'm going to do the same. And I want to clear something up right now. And Casey's been running his little, lips. I never wanted a fund. What are they? GoFundMe accounts, whatever them things are.
No, there were a lot of people that asked us to make a GoFundMe, and Joey said no. He said, I'm not tying myself to that. I don't need anybody accusing me of trying to make money off of anything. He said, I'm not getting involved in that. And we even said that we would figure out where the donations could go to and we'd share that information. I personally shared where you can donate on my Facebook. It's one of my only public posts right now.
Oh, yeah. I want to say something, too. Everybody's running a mile saying I'm going to monetize off this. I've had Netflix, Paramount, True Crime. I've had ABC. I've had all of them come to me. And I can send you the screenshot. I said I am not involving myself on that. I'm not making my sister look bad. I am not taking no money. I can make all kinds of money off of it. I don't want it. I don't want it. My sister's suffering. I'm not going to make money off of it like these people were sitting over on the podcast. You know what? You over and make fun of me all you want. I don't care. At least I'm standing up for what I believe in. I believe in my sister. I don't believe in you.
I mean, those people are completely unhinged. They were making fun of my dying father on their live today.
I'm going to try to talk to her in jail. I'm going to try. Yes. I was thinking they had chirp devices like everybody else. I was going to put money on it and text her and like, hey, sis, you need to talk. Because I'm used to that situation. When my sister went in that arraignment, she was scared to death. She don't know what she's doing. She's a piece of meat through in a wolf den. And then they're lying about all kinds of social media stuff. My nieces can't do that. What are you lying about my sister? I am not, for one, going to ever say Gary, Lynn, and them are going to say ever. They're guilty as.
No, they're not in Pike County. I can't remember the name of the jail.
Hamden. They were in Hamden, which is in Benton County, Ohio, which is 30 minutes from, not even 30 minutes from Gallipolis. It's on the outskirts.
They want to know what jail.
Oh, they're in Southeastern, which is in Hocking County. Oh, and if anybody wants to verify it too, that I was locked up in 2005 at a boot camp, which is HVCRC, Hawken Valley Community Residential Center. My youth specialist was Dwayne Nakanishi, and you had to go through 4 zones before you come home. So at that time, I was not around my sister. I was in lockup, and as soon as I got out, me and my ex-wife Rachel went to Georgia. It didn't come back until 2008, passing through. So anything that occurred between that area, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not going to tell y'all something I don't know because I'd be lying, and I'm not going to do that. See, everybody's, I think I messed up on the age. It was 13. I think it might have been between 14 and 15. Me and my wife was trying to, she said, I think you jumped the gun on the age. I said, well, babe, it was around that area. Like, it's around that area. Something ain't right. And I know, I know. But if I messed up, that's my fault. I redact that. I retract it. I'm sorry.
Yes, Elizabeth's maiden name is Russell.
Yes, Elizabeth Ann Russell. A-N-N, Russell. August 24th. I think it's 92. No, Jeremy's 90.
So if you can possibly come here for 2 seconds, that's really important. I'm sorry.
But after that first one, she was never non-pregnant. She was always pregnant after
Just leave
that.
the phone there so people can't see the background. You can put it on hold for 1 second.
Nikki, I got it.
Sorry, guys. And honestly, I would prove my father's condition, and I would turn the video camera on right now and show my father. But I'm not exploiting my father to prove these petty, evil people that my father is dying and sick. I mean, anybody that's my friend on Facebook can see my posts of him and everything. I have nothing to hide with that, but I'm not exploiting my father for the internet to see.
Elizabeth, it was 2008. I was passing up through, I was coming back from Ringgold, Georgia. And that's when my ex-wife, Rachel, her dad's intestines exploded, and we had to go up there. He had to have a colostomy bag and stuff put on. He was rushed to the hospital. 2008 was the last time, and that was the time I was going to pay for her water bill. That was the time I was going to pay for her water bill. It was not recently, it was then. And she told me no, that they wanted the money, and I said no, I'll go pay for it. They were the water people were going to bring up a load because she had a well, and they were going to fill it for her. It was going to cost me $750, but instead they wanted the money, and I said no, I'm not doing that.
Yes, I am Joey's wife.
Yes, Kim, she was.
But that's another lie that was said in that live earlier today, that I know a lot of you watch and a lot of you are falling for their stuff, but they also said that I'm just an internet girlfriend and that Joey lives in a shed. No, none of that's true.
Damn, if I lived in a shed, I'd be making it right now. Damn.
Right, life would be a little bit cheaper in a shed, huh?
I would know how to live.
We pay our mortgage, we pay all of our bills.
Oh yeah, that happens.
Like we are homeowners.
Yeah, eat that one, Casey.
That's what we think too, Derek. We don't think, like, who wants to go through that? Who wants to have that many children? And I mean, I know there are sick people out there that end up getting like addicted to pregnancies and stuff too, though. So that's why we want her to get the psychological evaluation, because there's just been so many years where Joey had absolutely no contact at all with her. We don't know what kind of mental state she was in. She was a kid when she left.
But I promise you this, every time I called home from prison, called home on Messenger, called home on the phone, every time I called, I said, have you heard from our sister? I said, have you heard from Sissy? No. Sissy? No. No, the first time I heard anything about my sister is when she got attacked by the Rottweiler in Wellston. And that was the day after I got out of prison, May 6th of this year. And then Not right after that, this happened. I have not been home. I have not been to Gallipolis in years. Years. It's trash. There's nothing there. As you can
Allie,
tell,
it's
everybody from
difficult not being-
Gallipolis is over there talking shit. They don't have nothing better to do in that town. And I don't care if they hate on me or not. That's all they do. Sit
Just
around.
Joey was attacked by a dog. Joey
Yeah.
was attacked by a canine, a police canine, and it ripped half of his ear off. When they make fun of him and say nine-toe Joe, and when they do their toe counts in that live and stuff, when Joey was a very small kid, when he was 11 years old, he shot his big toe off in a hunting accident with his father.
Yep, it's in the papers. It's in WOWK covered it. Steve McGee covered it and sang it or whatever. I can't remember her last name. But yeah, they're the two that covered it. Then they tried to blame my dad for shooting me, which never happened. I shot myself. Hey, they asked
His first and last time hunting.
Oh, it's okay. I'm so used to it. This ain't the first time all my records came out. My ex-wife Jennifer put it out there. What was that, Nikki?
He's actually watching this too. Like, and that's another thing that I really want to point out is his ex-wife Jennifer. Like, she stalks us to no end. Like, it never ends with her. No matter when we're live, whose boxes we're in, she's somehow there. Even though we have her blocked on every platform, she still finds her way back. If Joey gets into an argument with somebody, she messages them and sends them his record. That's why he said his record's been out there for a long time on this app. It's because it has been. Anytime she does it all the time. But a lot of her stuff too is fabricated. And I mean, if you look into her, I don't know how you would be able to look up a victim's name, but almost every single person she dates has gone to jail for DV charges, and every single one of them have said they didn't do it. But I mean, the advocates pay for her housing, they provide everything she needs, and then she gets a victim assessment every time she gets somebody. Like, when somebody has over 15 men locked up on a DV, they should be looked at. They should be questioned.
Yeah, and she got me out there. She catfished the hell out of me.
There's a no contact order. Like, that's the craziest part.
Yeah, we're not even
There
supposed
is a
to.
no contact order with but she still will not leave it alone. She's in here right now on a fake account. She's always in his lives on a fake account.
Yeah, she is. They're nasty as hell.
But she did. He's seen what she looked like.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute, babe. She has no way to speak, because when I first went to her house, I wish I had pictures. There was dog poop everywhere. The kids were nasty. It was disgusting in that house when I first got there. She got out of the truck with big holes in her shirt and stuff. I'm like, what the hell is this? You're supposed to come meet me. I had like 60,000 people on my lot because they were all following me for this, and she catfished me.
Yeah,
I got
she was
played.
real bad. He actually met her on TikTok. And I mean, this is probably the one thing people can make fun of him for. He met her on TikTok and he married her right away. Because at that point, he's like, well, I'm already here and I didn't fall in love with her for her looks. I fell in love with her because of who she was as a person, so I can get past the looks. It's going to be okay. And he married her right away. And that's when everything just went downhill, is once they got married. Babe, they want to know what sort of abuse you've experienced as a child.
I got whooped with extension
Hold on
cord.
1 second. I do want to answer this really quick, though. Explain why we think Elizabeth is a victim. So we think she is, just based on what she looks like, based on the fact that she hasn't made any attempts to reach out to anybody. We've heard stories from people in grocery stores like the Dollar General, people from food banks. They have all said that she always looked scared and nervous. They said that she wouldn't speak to people. So we're just going off of assumptions, but we have made it perfectly clear that the bruises as well, we want her to be evaluated and go through extensive forensic oh my goodness, sorry. We want her to go through extensive questioning to figure out if she is a victim. Because if she's not, we're not going to support her.
No,
If they say that she 100% is capable, she knew it was happening, and this is her fault, we want her to see the justice, because the kids did not deserve this. They did not be asked to be born into this.
What I think happened, I think my sister I think they finally got her off alone and I don't want to say she was tied up, because that just puts a lot of bad things in my head. I don't want to say that. I don't want to picture my sister like that, because that's just something you don't picture. And I think she was forced to have them kids. I think she's got a little bit of, what is that, Stockholm, battered women syndrome. I think she's got a lot of stuff going on, and when she didn't talk to that lawyer, I think she's just still timid a little bit and not willing to talk to him because she's scared to death. She don't know nothing right now. The world just hit her, and now look, she don't know what, she's scared to death.
No, the family is not related. There was a marriage, like there were two cousins, from one side of the family, one from the other side of the family, that married each other, but there is no blood relation.
No, between us, no.
Yes, she was a child when she had her first child, and
Yeah,
that's the
yeah.
other thing. As a mother, I'm also looking at it as a mother. I could not imagine having a child that young. So here's the thing with that, Rico. There's this thing called battered woman syndrome, and there is Stockholm syndrome. And when somebody is stuck in a situation for so long, they start to identify with it. It starts to become part of their normal life. It's the same reason that women that are in domestic violence relationships stay with their abuser. But I mean, she was so young when she had these kids, and then she's basically been pregnant her entire life. She's been pregnant longer than, like, she was 14 when she got pregnant the first time. And she's in her 30s now. Exactly. The hormones, the changes in your body. I mean, the pregnancy literally changes the chemistry inside your brain while you're pregnant. And then you go through a lot. That's why a lot of women experience postpartum depression, as it does a lot to your body and your brain.
Hi, Deb.
I could not, and so did I. I'll be the first to admit it, and I said it last night on live. I stayed in an extremely horrible relationship for 13 years, and it took us to move out of town and me to meet my neighbors, and I had permission to talk to my neighbors because they lived right next door, and he didn't want things to seem off. And my neighbors built me up and realized what happened. And my neighbors had to pull a pew-pew to get him to get off of me, and he left the house and never came back.
Yes.
I have all of this proof, too, if anybody wants to say I'm lying about that. And I absolutely wouldn't put myself in a position to be abused anymore.
Nope. She done told me. I put my hands on her. She didn't know. I'm gone. Yes, they were really
We
immense.
don't know who he exposed himself to.
I don't know that. I don't
That
know
he
none of
might have
that.
been urinating off of the porch. We've heard rumors that he was exposing himself at a park. We don't know. None of us are going to know until that comes out in court as well.
Oh, I want to tell you something else too. My grandmother actually had to take me from my parents one time because they accidentally left me in a creek all day in a walker, and I was burnt so bad. She took custody of me. A little bit of that too. You didn't know that, did you? Yeah.
There was.
Sorry about the wieners on my face too.
Has that been verified, Feisty? Like, has that actually been legitimately verified? Because I haven't been able to find anything on that.
Listen, it's not 13, it's 14. The oldest child is Chloe, period. It's Chloe. Chloe is the oldest kid. She's the first kid, the oldest
Oh, I
kid.
know. I was just explaining to you why. Like, why women stay in those situations. And when women stay in those situations, like, I get it. It's a grown woman. She could have walked out at any time. She could have asked for help at any time. But you have to look into battered woman's syndrome.
I'm
and
running with it.
Stockholm
Who was that?
syndrome.
Who was that? Who was that?
It is very real. Yes, every person that goes through things don't experience that.
Who was that?
There are some women that can be held captive their entire life and then get freedom and nothing ever happened. They were perfectly fine afterwards.
Oh, I'm
But
okay.
most women and most children that go through things like that end up with mental effects from it.
Dinosaur, I'm definitely okay. I'm definitely okay. I promise you. I'm not unhinged. I just don't like people running their mouth, and they don't like it when it comes at them either. They can't.
She did not have a child at 13. So Joey was wrong about her age when we went on the first podcast.
Yes.
It happened a long time ago. Everything was still really fresh. So he was wrong about the age, and he's come out and said he was wrong about the age. It was 14. He was a year off. You also have to remember, Joey was no longer living in the home when this happened. At this time, he was either in jail or he was with his ex-wife. I mean, his son Tyler is just about to be 19 years old. He was already having his own children. Because it's very common in that area at that time period for people to be off and getting married. I mean, Joey's own mom got married at 15 and had him at 15.
I'm a product of a bastard childhood. I admit it.
We're not sure. We don't think so just because of the poverty levels, but we also don't know. They could have had some income on the side that we did not know about.
Lynn and Gary, as far as I knew, they had Social Security coming in. I knew that, and they would trade cars here and there. They would trade it plus money. They would get a car and tell them they won like 50 or 100 bucks to trade with it. Other than that, I've never seen neither one of them work. Now, their daughters, they all work. They all work.
I will say this about his parents. They are great people now. They are hard workers. They try their best. They're very, very good to their grandchildren that are at their home constantly. They're very good to Jeremy. They're very good to us now.
I don't know how they got the
I think
SSI.
what it is they were just too young then too. I don't think they were ready. Chloe is the oldest daughter of Elizabeth and Gary Jr.
Now, what about Linda?
Linda Siders was the one that was giving his mom the updates. She was the one that would run into Joey's mom,
That's what
either
I'm trying to
around
say.
town or in Joey's
Stacey?
mom's work, and she would give her updates about what was going on.
No, they did not go to school. They were homeschooled by Lynn herself, and I guess when she started deteriorating, that's when that stopped. I don't know.
I don't know.
Allegedly.
His parents are not speaking to us because they are upset that we're trying to get to the bottom of the truth of everything. They kind of just want all of this to go away. They want him to stop talking about it. They want all of the details. Joey is genuinely concerned for those kids, and he's genuinely concerned about his sister.
If they had anything to do with my sister, why ain't people going to them like they are to me? Like, because they know I'm gonna get it out there. I'm gonna get it out there. I'm gonna post it. I don't care how annoying it gets, how big it is. I'm gonna post it just to let them know, hey, I'm getting information. I don't care. I don't care who it makes look bad. I don't care. It makes that AG look bad, cops look bad, my sister look bad. I don't care. It's getting posted, and there's no such thing as me not being allowed to be on the live because I'm a wanted felon. That's not true, and I can go get the paperwork to prove it. So whoever's making that up, which I know who it is, that's full of shit.
Joey asked me to be in here and asked me to help talk.
I have,
I honestly didn't want to be here because of the shit that I've been going through because of this, just because I'm affiliated with Joey.
Can you what?
People are literally harassing me and my minor child just because I'm affiliated with Joey.
I'm going to say this one time. That first one is a split decision. I don't know. I don't know whose Chloe's is. It's a split decision, okay? The rest of them are Gary's. But that first one, I'm in a split decision. I don't know about conjoined. I don't know about none of that.
Yeah, we don't know. All we know is that we just found out about the twins too, and the rest of the world did.
Yeah, she's 18. I guess they're supposedly releasing them from the hospital, putting them in homes. Do you remember what kind of work Christine? They didn't do no work.
According to the courts, all of the children were born in the hospital.
And that's a lie. Because they wouldn't have been calling them Jane Doe. They'd been fucking birth certificates and social securities and all that stuff. There was an investigator on here saying the same thing. I mean, she was bad mouthing the hell out of me, but I don't care. Y'all gonna do it regardless. So, but she said that the same thing. Why didn't the person around the family? I don't know. I don't know why Linda didn't say, or whoever, the last person, the neighbor. I don't know why the kids didn't speak out. I don't know. But what I do know is me and Sis had a very bad childhood. That's as much as I can give you on that. Maybe that's what Linda, maybe she is, maybe I am the reason she left. Casey may be right on that. I was a hell of a kid. I was very bad. So it might have been my reason she wanted to leave. He may be right about that. But I doubt it. Like I said, you couldn't catch me and my sister apart. So I think he may be lying about that. Yeah, he may be lying.
We don't know what injuries the kids had. We don't know anything about it. But honestly, Joey was already gone from the home when Elizabeth left. He was already gone from the home when she met Gary. He lived with his ex-wife. And as much as him and his ex-wife don't get along anymore, I'm sure she'd be happy to even say.
Oh, I want to point out something. Since Casey wants to run his mouth, why don't you look up Rick Hayslip? He used to be a cop in Oak Hill. Then get back to me. See what he did.
For the people who are asking who Casey is somebody that has been frequently going on another live, a true crime live, talking about Joey all the time because he used to be Joey's neighbor. He's also the brother of Joey's ex-girlfriend, who was just trying to talk to Joey like 3 days ago, trying to like swoop back in.
I got the messages and I'll post them if you want me to. She was trying to say, oh yeah, she was trying to swoop in. Casey's mad because he thought she was getting a GoFundMe account and all this. No, I never was. And I even told her that she would not go tell him. I told her and he wouldn't take the video down. So y'all gonna get what you're getting now on the social media, I promise you. When they lived in the trailer park, their house was so nasty. Oh God, it was so nasty. Oh God. It was Ricky, Kara, Casey, and Kayla. They were addicted to K2 real bad. Really bad. Really bad.
Joey, didn't you say you wanted to speak on Tiffany too?
Oh, Tiffany? Oh, Tiffany. I forgot about her. Now, she wants to sit here and run her mouth. Her and my uncle got a big settlement off of her mom getting unalived by 2 state troopers in Gallup Bliss. But they got a lot of money, and they blew through it within 6 months doing powder substance. They were, yeah. So I know she's in here. My uncle bought a house with a garage so he could open a mechanic shop, but it all went to hell. He's drunk. They were all drunks, and they were all cokeheads. They all did drugs, all of them, every one of them. So they're sitting here bad mouthing. I've never touched a drug a day in my life, to be honest with you. Not one besides weed. Never.
Babe, watch naming things out. They're
I don't
trying
care
really
if they
hard to
said
get
that.
your life.
Yeah, you have to use TikTok language or you'll get banned and everybody wants to be able to hear your story. I just wanted to say thanks for sharing your side of the story and letting us hear your voice.
Oh, you're welcome. Sorry,
Yeah.
I got a crack.
Thanks for inviting me on panel.
Oh, you're welcome. Ain't no problem. Ain't no problem.
For anybody that actually knows Joey, especially as an adult,
Justin's me and my
he's
brother.
an amazing person.
When was the last time you talked to
Thank you
Elizabeth?
for that gift on behalf of Joey.
2008. I have not talked to my sister. That's why I keep trying to tell everybody. I don't know. Like, I don't know.
They keep asking about Justin, babe.
Justin, we grew up with him. Me, Casey, Jeremy, everybody. We all grew up with him.
He was also a kid at the time.
Yes,
So Jeremy, you guys all have to understand, Jeremy had a massive stroke a couple years ago. Jeremy has not been the same since. He has a really hard time typing things out and usually doesn't mean what he says. That's why yesterday he made a post and he was trying to make a point and then realized it came off completely wrong and tried to delete it, but the internet detectives got it before he could remove it. Honestly, we're a little upset with Jeremy right now. We don't feel like he should be saying that he's getting famous off of this. This is not something to get famous off of. This is not something anybody should want attention for. We just want to know if the kids are okay. We just want to know what happened to Elizabeth and where the decline started and just everything. We just want to know.
My mental health. I didn't go to bed until 9:30 this morning. I was up all day yesterday. I've been getting death threats. I've been getting all kinds of stuff. You kind of
From around the world.
don't do it. Don't do it.
We've had people from Greece, we've had people from Australia, we've had people from all over the world. Like, I mean, they're even threatening my minor child.
Yeah, that's Chef and all there's problems.
We are hoping
Listen,
so. The problem is the kids probably, we don't even know if they know that Joey exists. We don't know if they know any of their family members on the mom's side exist.
A few of them did when they was babies. A few of them knew Uncle Joey. Uncle Joey came around.
But that was way before Elizabeth left.
Oh yeah, that was. Whew. I had my first son in 2007, so right there tells you something right there. And mine's the oldest of all of them. He'll be 19 in August 1st. This damn
No,
son.
Jeremy is the middle child. Joey is the oldest. Jeremy is the middle child. And then Elizabeth is the baby.
That's my bad. For some reason, I thought Jeremy was the baby.
No, Jeremy is not the baby. He's the middle. Sissy's the baby.
He's the prodigal child, though. He is
Maybe
the-
that's
when
why I thought he was the baby.
Yeah, because he even said it himself. He is the golden child. His ear was
don't know
ripped
why
off
Linda
by a
did-
dog.
I don't know why Linda didn't report to my mom and dad. I don't know if she didn't want to get her family in trouble. I don't know if she didn't want to get in trouble. But if you report it, you're not going to get in trouble unless you know
Just
about it
know
for
that
so
they are
long.
Custody.
Nah, baby boy, I ain't got no baby boy. I'm 40 years old. The woman is my wife. And that woman knows a lot.
I think everybody in the chat is wanting to know if you could go into a little bit more detail on Elizabeth
Jeremy
having
never
a hard
reported
life
nothing.
growing up.
If he,
Joey, you're breaking up pretty bad, but everybody wants to know if you can go into
What is
more
it?
details about the abuse Elizabeth experienced.
well, like I said, my mom would sit there and beat us, and she would smack Elizabeth in the face, pull her hair. She would do a lot of stuff to us. Wait until we got out of the thing. She'd beat us with extension cords getting out of the water. For some days, for no reason, she'd get mad and come and beat us. She just beat me and my sister. Like, literally, me and my sister did not want to be at the house.
Like Joey said
And
earlier.
did your dad just sit back and watch it then, or?
No, I don't want to get into that. My dad's not who he used to. He's a good man now, but
He didn't used to
only
be.
man in
Huh?
this world.
I can relate.
the only-
I can totally relate. So
That man is the only man I'm scared of in this whole world.
it's one of the ones I'm only scared of in the whole world too. So I completely understand that feeling.
Like, that man put me in a hospital for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And all the cops did was took him down there, asked him if he was all right, and let him out. Kicked me out of the house, made me live with my Aunt Christy. They didn't
Did
charge
he
him.
do the same kind of things to Elizabeth then?
Yeah, well, me and her got it bad, yeah. And all these people are going to say that's not true. Like, you live it. live it, then come tell me. Me and my
We
sister.
honestly aren't very sure who Piper is. She requested, and we let her in.
I think she's.
No, actually, I didn't request. I was invited, and I was like, well, I don't know why I was invited,
Oh,
but here I
One
am.
of us might have accidentally hit it because every now and then, like if you see the little plus sign where it says like invite or like the boxes that are empty, every
she
now
at?
and then somebody's face pops in and it suggests that we invite them.
So, are you in contact with Elizabeth, Joey, or do you?
No. Nope. My mom has been in
Came through.
contact with her. My mom said, or my brother and my mom has had conversations with her.
Do you plan on being in contact with her?
Yes.
So you're standing by her side through it all.
Until
To a point.
if it comes out that she did it, she was fully acknowledged. No, I will not. But until
Okay.
that happens, I'm getting tired of my sister being proven guilty without going through the court process. Everybody's like automatically guilty. There's a process proving proving you arrested. You prove us innocent until you know.
Yep.
We want her to have an extensive psychological evaluation. We want to make sure.
Innocent until proven guilty. That's what I was trying to say. There you go.
We
Sorry.
want to make sure that she was not a victim.
Hi,
If-
panel. Hey, Joey.
I won't say
I'm going to
another
be
thing.
honest.
I won't say another word.
His mother is not saying anything about it. She wants it to go away. She wants to be left alone. She's not speaking to us about it. His family wants nothing to do with the situation. They said she made her bed, she can lay in it.
Hey, Joey, can you explain to us just like about the time if you was there that Elizabeth actually went and got married, like what transpired like days before, or kind of a reasoning that her mother finally let her go?
From what I was told, like I said, they didn't get married until what 2008.
2008.
Yeah, I was in Georgia, but my mom did call me and she said, your sister just got married. I said, how did she get married? She's underage. She said, we had to go over and emancipate her in West Virginia. I was like, I didn't even know what that meant. I had no idea what that meant. And she told me that that's where they sign all the rights and she pretty much becomes an adult. And I asked her why she did it, but she really never gave me that.
Do you think it was because of her abuse at home?
I would say so. And part of me being a real big problem at home, there's probably another reason. I'm not going to deny that fact. I was pretty bad at home.
But if you were living in Georgia at that time, then you wouldn't have been there.
No, I'm talking about like growing up to that point.
Oh, okay.
Maybe that my actions, maybe she got too scared to be home because I was very violent.
But you
Okay.
weren't home anymore, so you need to
I'm
stop blaming
saying, I'm trying to say before 2008, as we was growing up as kids. I'm not saying nothing else other than that past 2008. As I was growing up with her, as we was kids.
So you kind of became your father in a sense when you were younger, is what you're saying.
I thought it was okay to hit women because I seen it happening. I thought it was okay. I thought that's what you're supposed to do when they got mouthy with you. That's how I was brought up. I've changed.
Thank you for letting me up.
Oh, you're welcome.
One thing I want to say though is I think it's not fair is that we're asking them to explain their trauma as a child, and to keep bringing that up as painful. Trauma is trauma, and to keep having to explain why somebody is the way they is, you can tell why she is the way she was. She had a horrible childhood, and to keep asking these poor people, what did you do as a person, or what did your parents do? It's not fair. And I think we have to treat, these are real people. Like, it's not a true crime story, it's a real story that these people
Exactly,
have
but he
endured.
came on here to be able to tell his truth, and that's part of coming out here on TikTok, is answering the hard questions. And some people have to ask the hard questions and get the hard answers to get an insight to be able to study people and do what we do.
No,
It's
sure, I
not to be,
completely
it's not
agree.
to be malicious. It's not to keep bringing it up. We don't know these people. They're coming to us to tell their story, and everybody has questions.
No, I totally understand. And you of all people, Piper, I agree with you 100%. You've seen it worse than it's ever been. But he's explained it like 4 times already.
I'm sorry, I wasn't here.
Yeah, no, I know.
just
I just
came
feel
in.
bad that they keep asking to repeat
Yeah,
it.
but we all know that's part of this is recap, please, recap, please, recap,
Yeah.
please. And he knows that coming on here. He is a smart man. I can look at him and tell that he's lived a life like I've lived.
Yep.
And he knows what this is about.
I get it. I'm just saying I think we need to focus on Elizabeth and not what his past was. Because his past has nothing to
It's
do with
just
it.
learning the whole family history, like,
Trying
you
to
know,
learn Elizabeth's past.
and that he had fallen into the cycle, and he is a part of breaking the cycle, like I am, I hope, you know.
Sure.
So and he deserves to be able to tell that cycle and to put that out there if he'd like to. If it's hard questions for him, I feel like he looks like he's a grown enough man. He'd be like, no, I don't want to answer that, or hey, everybody quit asking me the same question, you know.
Hey, Joey, can I ask you one more question? I'm going to jump down and let somebody else come up. I think Ivory was wanting to come up. Do you remember back when you guys were growing up and Elizabeth met Gary? Do you remember the parents, like, did they do any type of work at all?
No, none.
None.
No. They traded cars here and there and made money off that. And I think they were getting SSI because he couldn't read. I'm pretty sure he was getting SSI because he couldn't read and write. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, that's what I was curious about. I'm going to jump down and let somebody else come up. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
I am as well, and if I could request that you give She's Country my box, I would really appreciate that. She's a great woman. You'll love her.
Hey guys, can you get She's Country up here?
And
please?
same here. I would like to give my box up to Ivory Rose.
Okay, you all heard that. You all do that.
Ivory Rose knows.
I will put them in. I do just want to say one more thing to the person. Multiple people that are saying in the comments she's no victim. I just ask that you please research Stockholm Syndrome and Battered Woman Syndrome. They are very real. I personally stayed in a relationship for 13 years where I had my back broke, my hip broke, my eye socket broke, my ankle, my wrist. And I was too scared to leave at first, and then it just became part of normal life.
Hey, Joey. Hey, buddy.
I don't.
I just wanted to clarify for everybody in here. When I spoke to you last, Joey, could you tell them that how you met Gary Siders was because they lived in the trailer park next to you?
Yeah, they lived. Okay, we was on the end, 3687 Bealerville Pike. You had a blue white one, and then you had the middle one. They lived 4 trailers down from us. That's how I met him, and he was working on a truck. That's how I met him. I didn't hang out with him. I didn't like him. I didn't hang out with him. My brother did. I didn't. Casey did. They all hung out with him.
Ivory, if you could please request a box. I'm not seeing you in here, love.
Hold on. Who? No, I'm not seeing. I don't see Ivory. Yeah.
See, but it's different for everybody, Jukebox. Just because one person felt that, just because you had that strength, some people don't have that strength. Some people develop mental illness from it. Serious abuse can cause mental illness and cause people to go crazy. That is why there is a term called battered woman syndrome and Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah, Linda would say that she was doing well. Yeah, obviously Linda did meet him. She was at the house. It's everywhere. She was sitting on the front porch. Obviously. And then there's a picture or a video going around showing her house, how bad it is.
Look what Sassy Ohio said. She almost lost her life getting out, and Vinton did nothing. You guys have to understand, this is, unless you're from these areas, you don't know how they run. They run a lot slower than the rest of the world does. They're still all stuck in old times. A lot of people can't afford computers and social media and stuff. And these people, they live like back in like the 90s, like 80s and 90s. Like it's different there. It's very old school.
Guys, thank you for letting me up. So I have
Not
a question.
excuses. It's to give an understanding.
Go ahead, Ivory.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're fine.
So, first of all, can I just say I appreciate you for coming out here, giving this explanation. You owe nobody nothing. I just want to put that out there. But I really do appreciate you coming on here and, answering questions and being there for the kids. So for that, I want to say thank you and kudos to you for putting everything out there. And I'm sorry that you're being attacked. Now, that being said, I'm just curious, and you touched on it a little bit before. What do you think, like in your heart of hearts, knowing the area, knowing the people, the players in the game, what do you think happened?
I think my sister, after so long, after having so many babies, she probably didn't want no more. This is all allegedly. I don't know. This is allegedly. I think after she had so many kids, she didn't want none, and they kept her there tied up, making her have them kids. I mean, if you look at that bruise, that bruise around her arm is so embedded. It looks permanent. There's big old black bruises around her neck and everything. They don't just pop up for no reason.
Now, I'm going to say this.
Go
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. I think I'm lagging a little bit. I absolutely agree with you, though. Now, I am a woman with a lot of kids, all right? I've had 10 on purpose, all right? But I'm going to tell you from experience, it's physically, emotionally, and psychologically taxing. Physically, to have that many kids. Now, she's had almost 1.5 times the amount that I've had, and she is far younger than I am. Now, I don't see any woman, in my opinion, choosing to have a baby back to back to back like that, making that decision. I really don't. So I absolutely agree with you. First of all, she was getting pregnant. And again, coming from a medical perspective, that girl was getting pregnant before she should have. Like, at the point where it was just starting to be possible for her to get pregnant again. And bam, she picked up, she was pregnant. But let me ask you this. You know the Siders, you know the area. Why do you think that they want her to have those children? Do you think they were doing something with the kids? Do you think it was money?
I think it was for money so they didn't have to work. But eventually that stuff cuts off and then they're screwed. And I think that's what happened. They got cut off and there wasn't no way to afford them kids no more. So I think they were going to let them die, unalive. I'm sorry I get used to the stuff on here. I'm not used to that stuff. But I think that's what, yeah. It's allegedly, but it's in my brain. You're right. You're right, Ivory.
So now, do we know that they were getting money from like the state for the children?
Yeah, my
We
sister.
don't know that factually,
I
but
do. I know for a fact. The first 2 kids that were born, she was getting that 3-year extension stuff that you get from the welfare department for having a kid. She was getting that, but after that ran out, I don't know.
I'm sorry to keep asking, but these are just things. This is such a complex situation.
Oh, I know.
Now, going back to the marriage at 15 years old. Now, first of all, she wasn't even old enough to be on her own. Obviously, she was only 15. Why do you believe your parents allowed her to get married? Like, did they put up a fight?
From what I heard, no, they just went and signed it. And the problem is they never wanted me and Elizabeth around. We were a burden. Oh, believe me, we and her got called that all the time.
I'm not going to lie. I thought that before you even said it, when I really tried to look at the situation. Now, do you think, and again, knowing the Siders, I don't know these people from Adam, do you think that there was some abuse from maybe the father to your sister? I don't mean to say that. I'm sorry.
Are you talking about my dad or his dad?
His dad.
I think that he was doing stuff with my sister, yes. I think most of the baby needs to be DNA tested to make sure of that too. Oh, and since the
See, I
rumors
was
going around,
wondering-
since the rumors are going around that it's mine, I will definitely take mine. My DNA is all over the place anyway in prisons, so they can find that.
He's
I'll go
also
to-
willing to submit
they
to the
saying
law
that?
with us.
Yeah, they're saying I slept with my sister. Like they are. This Heather woman over on the other crime show is saying I slept with my sister.
Oh my gosh.
I ain't been home. I ain't even been around my sister, and that's gross. Like that's beyond gross. If there was any of that going on inside of a family, you know what I'm talking about, the INCES word. If that was going on, that was inside that house. That did not happen in our family. Never.
Is there any SA that happened in your family?
Besides me, my uncle doing what he did to me, not that I know of.
Thank you for being honest about that. I
We're
appreciate
sent
that.
a clip. The reason he is calling her out personally from that is because we were sent a clip where they were talking about how Joey was accused of SAing his sister, and that was why she left, and that the oldest child could possibly be Joey's.
It's gross. Gross. Like, come on, man.
Oh my gosh.
I understand the stuff that's going on, the hills have eyes and stuff, but come on, just because we live in a little back country town, don't mean we're like that. That's not what's going on. Now, if it is, like I said, it was in that household, not our household.
I mean,
No.
there's a lot of new people in here. Joey himself, in the beginning of this live, admitted to being SA'd himself as a kid.
By my own uncle. That's hard to talk about, but I've talked about it with social or psychologists a lot, so it's easy for me to come out with it. Not easy, but it's there. Now my uncle, he could have definitely. He's in Noble County or Noble Prison right now for Jamie Raines. Just look him up. He's fucking disgusting. Just if my sister was around him by herself, that right there could be a very, very good.
When I met Joey, Joey was a very broken man. And Joey is healing every day. They're asking if it was Jamie Raines.
I'm not playing victim. No one's playing. I am not playing victim. Not playing victim. I'm telling truths. There is no one playing victim here. I could care less if you believe me or not.
One more question. As far as Gary Siders Sr., now I don't know the situation on how they approached you or how your sister approached the family that, you know, your parents, that she was pregnant. But obviously those children were close because they were dating for a minute before that. Do you think it's possible that Gary could have done something to her and that's why they needed her to be married so quickly?
Problem.
I mean, Gary Sr. Like maybe that's why they needed her to be married with Gary Jr.
I don't know. That I don't know. I don't know.
I wasn't sure if you knew them and you were a little like iffy or suspect on like, you know, their behavior with her. I just wasn't sure, but I appreciate
No,
it.
they were nice. They let her around mom and everything. But around 2008, all that stuff stopped. No, they were nice. Mom loved them. They were all getting together. Everybody was doing fine. But after
And then in 2008, it just changed?
it just whatever happened happened. I don't know what happened. That was it. Last time.
Oh, no.
She quit talking to mom. She cut all severs. She cut all communication with all of us. It was over. Done.
The one that they said could not speak is the oldest daughter, but we have proven that that is incorrect. We literally have a video, like an audio clip of her. Babe, turn your screen back.
Yeah, I did.
We literally have an audio clip on Joey's Facebook. For anybody that wants to go see it, look Joey up on Facebook. It's mixed in with the pictures that he posted today. But if you scroll down, you can hit play and you can hear like her speak. We have not heard anything about her being active on social media in the last couple of days. Well, hi, babe.
Hi.
How you doing, my internet boyfriend?
I live in a shed.
Because, you know, I'm sorry. We had to put that little joke out there because it was said today that me and Joey are just in an internet relationship and he lives in a shed.
Aren't you his wife?
Yes.
Wow, they'll come up with anything for some talk,
It
huh?
is unbelievable the things that are being said, and it's so sad the amount of people that believe it. But we don't know if she's been active on social media. We have been told that the oldest daughter is being treated as a minor because of her disabilities, and that she is also in protective custody, and that she's not. We don't know, though. We honestly don't. We've been trying our hardest to get any kind of information, but because they are in protective custody, we can't get anything.
No, it's sealed. Same thing they did to my son. They sealed it so nobody will know nothing.
Did
Nobody.
Elizabeth graduate high school?
No, she quit in ninth grade. Well, no, eighth. She was going to get ready to go to ninth. In eighth grade, she was done.
So about the time she got married, she was done with school?
Yes, ma'am.
So I just want to make a quick comment. I see a lot of the people in your comments talking about she wasn't a victim. And I just want to say this. At 15 years old, I can't imagine my 15-year-old going off, getting pregnant, and getting married.
Oh,
At
no.
15 years old, you're a child. The law says you can't make an adult a decision until you're 18 years old, right? Doesn't matter. You could sit there. You can't buy, alcohol. You can't do nothing until you're 18, because that's what the law specifically says is when you're old enough to make decisions and all of that. So tell me how it's 16 to be emancipated, but yet she could be married at 15. How is she not a victim? Even if, and again, I'm not saying you could be both a perpetrator and a victim at the same time. Now, she absolutely is a victim. Nobody can argue that. You have to understand, she wasn't even old enough to be emancipated. That wasn't even an option for her yet. And wasn't near the age the government says that she's not capable of making decisions.
Absolutely.
So how at 15 years old, and then you're 2 years later, you're off with this family, lost all communication with your own safety net, your own mom, dad, brothers, siblings, cousins and everything else. So even if she did do it, both can be true. She absolutely is a victim.
Yeah.
And I just want to put that out there.
I have a 16-year-old daughter. She just turned 16. And I could never imagine. I am a helicopter mom. I have to know where my daughter's going, who she's going with. I have to know their parents. I have Life 360 on my phone to make sure she's exactly where she says she's going to be. I am very, very strict because this world is a nasty place.
And she got me as a dad too, so that. I love that little girl to death. That's my best friend right there.
So there was no drugs involved that we know of.
No, I don't know about no drugs.
We don't know what's happened in the past 15 years. Not a single clue.
No, I don't know nothing about no drugs being used, so I don't know. No, I'm not going to say that.
So now you originally lived in the area that she's from, right?
Who?
You all lived. You did?
Yeah, Gallipolis. It's right down the road.
Okay. So now, can I ask you, and again, obviously you're not saying any of this is fact, right? I just want to put that out there for you because that's going to be clipped. But
Oh, yeah.
Is there word on the street of what people are saying? You may know some people who are still from there. You're right there. What's the word on the street? Is anyone friends of the family, the Siders, or anybody saying they think, or any stories going around circulating?
My wife got a text message today. If she wants to read it to you, I don't know. I don't live in Ohio. I'm nowhere near Ohio.
I think the messages need to go to the investigators before they're released publicly, because this person wants to stay anonymous because she does not want all of the media coming after her and internet detectives attacking her. But she said that she knew them and she was around them recently. She said that the house was not in those conditions until recently. That she said that Lynn started to decline and wasn't able to keep up with the house anymore. And basically that Gary Jr. went on a narcissistic rampage and was controlling the kids. He wasn't allowing them outside. He wasn't allowing them on phones. He wasn't even allowing Elizabeth to do anything. We don't know if that's true. It hasn't been verified. So that's why another reason I don't want to read it off, because this came to me from a fake account. because she wants to hide her identity. And I'm not going to do that to her. We had actually 2 people come to us, 2 fake accounts come to us saying that they're aware of what's going on and aware of situations. I had another person send me some of the children's YouTube channels too, where the kids are talking. And I'm not sure if you guys have littles or not, but when my daughter was little, she used to get on YouTube and be like, hey guys, this is me, or not YouTube, but she'd make her own videos on her phone. Hey guys, it's me. I'm playing with this Barbie doll and she has blonde hair, like just little kid stuff. And it was videos like that of the children.
Yeah, I got all kinds of stuff that you all do not have. Like you all do not have.
We're giving everything to the investigators because we want, his name is Joey Russell. Just look for Joey Russell. I'm sure it'll actually come right up just because so many people are going to his page right now that unfortunately he's trending. We don't want the attention. We want it to stop. That's why all my accounts are private. Joey does not want the attention from it. We're absolutely upset with his brother right now because he's talking on Facebook about being famous.
He is. He said, oh, got my popularity. And I was like, are you serious over your sister? Like, say something instead of downing her. That's your sister. Say something.
Right.
So I'm going to. Whether people like it or not, I'm going to. I believe she has a right to be heard. And I'm going to be that voice.
So we don't know exactly what the kids' conditions are. We are only going off of what we've heard from investigators that released it in the press conference. Everything else, the court sealed everything else about this investigation.
I've been talking to her ex-boyfriend for a while now. It's real. He's real. He calls me uncle and everything.
The profile picture of a dog would be mine. That is my Facebook. And I have most of everything private. I did share a link there, though, for anybody that would like to donate to the children. There is it's not a link, but it's where you can go. You can open it up and
it does not come to me.
You can go to delete to the children or to donate to the children.
It does not go to me at all, period, point blank. I have nothing to do with it.
It goes directly to child services for the children. It is child services themselves. It's their post, it's their contact information to donate to the children. We refuse to have anything to do with GoFundMe's or anything like that. We actually ask that people, unless it's been verified through Children's Services, do not donate to anything that's not verified.
Oh, I know, Candy. Oh, I know.
Have you guys had any contact with Linda or the Siders family? Not necessarily Gary's, but
Linda, from what we are told, has deleted her Facebook after everything came out.
And that one girl that you all keep going after, Kayla has nothing to do with him. Kayla ain't even related to him. And she's on Facebook getting attacked because she has the same last name and has no connection with him. I know Kayla real well. Kayla has
multiple Siders families in Ohio that aren't related to each other at all.
Yeah, Kayla has nothing to do with it, and she's getting attacked. I went on her Facebook Live the other day, and they were attacking her, and she was in there crying and stuff, and I'm like, oh my God. And she's like, I'm not, Joey, I'm not even, I said, I know you're not. She was my sister's best friend. Kayla was my sister's best friend.
It's just very coincidental that they have the same last name, but it's a very common last name in that area.
Russell, Whites, Markhams. Yeah, it's real big down there. Yeah. But I just wanted everybody to know that Sis was abused when she was a kid.
And people really tried to stop this live from happening. We were told that we were going to get doxxed. We were told that people were going to attack everybody that came into our boxes. And every single person, I mean, Ivory, you seem like an amazing person. I'm actually going to follow you because you just seem amazing. But everybody else in these boxes are very good, close personal friends. And these people are amazing souls. They have amazing hearts on them. They would not do anything to hurt a single person and would give their shirt off their back to anybody that needed it. So I ask that everybody please do not be rude or mean or stalk or harass any of these people because they are truly amazing people.
Yeah, all of that is absolutely unnecessary. guys. I mean, everyone's out here concerned about the children, concerned about Elizabeth. People are going to question everybody that they find. People are going to have questions, but all of that attacking people, and it's just ridiculous. I mean, grow up, get out of true crime if you can't handle it. But come on.
Yeah, I know. It all started over him running his mouth about my sister. You can only say so much before I'm like, okay, that's enough. And I went in there. I was going to talk to him, but he got lippy, and he was not professional at all. I got to record it. He's not professional at all. And then she's attacked me because I attacked him. So this is all like buddy stuff going on, and it's ridiculous. But I don't care.
Yeah, you know what? I don't understand that. Listen, I can't validate anything you say, Joey, or any of you on the panel, right? But when you're asking questions, you know what I mean? It's like you're asking questions and take the answers, whether they're true or not true, or you have a past or you don't. Everyone take the information these people are providing you and take it however you want. You know what I mean? Believe it, don't believe it, just don't be rude about it. He's giving you the information. He's not telling you it's the God's honest truth. This is what happened. He's not doing any of that. So, I mean, that's really what it is.
That's what I'm doing.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know. She has just took everything off my brain I wanted to say. I just didn't know how to say it without being rude. Thank you, Ivory. Thank you.
Absolutely.
I'm not very good.
Guys, I'm going to hop down, but I really do. Joey, again, I appreciate you coming out, being honest with your past. You didn't even have to do that. You owe nobody nothing. And to the panel, thank you guys so much for answering my questions. I appreciate it.
Yes, ma'am. Anytime, Ivory. You need questions, just text me, and I'm right there. If I can answer it, I will answer it. If I can't,
Thank you,
I'll text
so
you.
much.
I'll give you a follow.
Yes, ma'am.
Absolutely. I'll follow you guys back. Thank you.
You're welcome, Ivory. Is She Country still in here? I know she was wanting to come up.
I'll check real quick.
I got 6 of them wanting to come up.
Yeah, I got her.
Okay. I'll let her come up and talk.
Hey, thanks for letting me join.
Oh, you're welcome.
And
I'm so
listening.
sorry. No, I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine. I was here and then I was going to say something and then people started talking. So I'm just the type to step back.
I'm the same way. I'm like, That's why my wife does most of the talking, because I'm not very spoken well. I usually come off aggressive or mean, and I don't try to. That's all I've ever known. But I'm trying.
Well, I can relate to that. I've spent 16 years in the Texas prison, so I can totally relate to that. And anyways, what I wanted to say is this. I know a lot of people are, they have a lot of opinions. And today I did some research into the area that this took place in, and it's a very poor area. I don't mean that offensively. But I was just thinking, and I even made a post on Facebook about it. It's like, if you don't know any different, how do you rise up from something that you don't know different? That's what keeps coming to me.
Yeah. Yeah. She was too young to know any better. I think that's what it is. I think you're right. She was too damn young to know better.
Yeah, and I think also that even though she's 33 now, if you're abused,
She'll be 33 next month.
right. If you're abused and you're beat down for so long, your mentality isn't growing. It's not maturing. So I just feel like in her mind, she's probably still that 15-year-old girl.
She's stuck there.
Exactly.
Yep,
Exactly.
She's stuck there and don't know no better. I just wish she would have told the lawyer what happened. Hopefully, eventually she does. She's just too timid and scared right now to say anything.
I also feel like someone was saying that Lynn, the place wasn't always that way, that she was declining. that doesn't surprise me. I mean, she's older and so is her husband. I mean, I'm not putting any excuses there on that. I don't know. But if Elizabeth's mind is still at 15 and Lynn's been the one supporting the children and doing all the things, and then all of a sudden she can't anymore, and I don't know. It's just, there's a lot, and it's like someone said, it was very complex. It definitely is. And now I'm trying to look at every aspect, and it's so hard. I'm not going to lie, it's so hard.
Oh, I know. Believe me, I know. Because I'll see one thing and be like, okay, maybe she. Then I'll see another and be like, oh my God, I'm confused my damn self. I'm conflicted. I'm on the fence. I don't know.
No,
what
I'm
to
not
do.
saying she may not have been capable of doing some things. I firmly believe that she probably was physically capable of doing things. But mentally, was she? Was she mentally? Has she been beaten down so long that it just didn't matter anymore? I'm just thinking of all these comments. That's all I'm saying. Responses.
No, Lynn is not Elizabeth.
That was kind of why I wanted to pop up. I've chatted with both you guys, your wife and you, in messages and stuff. I was on the one panel the one night with you. I just so everybody knows, I actually treat mental health and addiction. I'm also from Ohio, small area, not the same area, but small area. So if everyone who is questioning, like, how could she have let this happen? How could she go along with it? It's hard to understand when you've lived a different life, but being that she was abused as a child, that started her alteration in her quote unquote normal brain pattern. So she's grown into a completely different life than a lot of you guys probably have. And when that happens, the Stockholm syndrome, that kind of stuff's out there. You can't, even if you understand that there might be something wrong or that it's not right, you are still doing it because that's what you have always known, and that's the way you were raised, and that's from a young age when you start learning those things. That's, there's developmental stages in growth, and they're well studied. I mean, they're there for reasons. So when you get into that age and things happen to you, you tend to get stuck in that age. And then she didn't go any farther in school than 8th to 9th grade. So, think of everything that you learned in high school and beyond, even just socially, not necessarily just like educational wise, but like your social changes and stuff that you learned. And then add to it that she's had multiple pregnancies. It's just the amount of stress and changes that her body and brain have gone through. You can't possibly question why she doesn't do everything the way that it should be by the book, quote unquote.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I've been saying. Same thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's just not, it's not possible. I mean, even, and I'm speaking from my own, I've done SANE nursing, which is sexual assault nursing, since I was, 2007, I started doing that. I've always gravitated towards psych and in my nursing career, and addiction, mental health, and DV stuff, all of that. Like, I'm very well versed in all of that. And I myself had gotten into a relationship with somebody that was a very awful DV situation that I nearly ruined my entire life over. The whole time I'm going through it, I'm telling myself, this isn't going to change. No matter what he says, it's not going to change. But it still took me 10, 11 months to finally, get the situation taken care of. And I had to do it with the help of other people because I wasn't thinking correctly. I still in my heart of hearts felt like, oh, he's a good guy. He's going to change. That cycle of abuse is real. Love bombing is real. I got roped in also with his son. I was involved heavily with his son as far as like trying to get him back into school and stuff because he came from a bad situation. And so I literally, like, I'm telling you from somebody who's got 2 master's degrees and has treated this stuff for years. It's to just leave is not always just the easiest thing to do. And a lot of times it's also the most dangerous time to leave. I found a very sharp object underneath my mattress when I changed my mattress out 6 months ago, that he had hidden there. And, we've been apart. I just hadn't changed my mattress out and it was hidden under there. He hid it there for a reason. So it's, generational trauma. Exactly. Like it's, yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. So she's going to
This
need a lot
was
of
really
help.
hard for Joey to do. To be vulnerable like this.
I stayed up all night last night wondering if I was really going to do this. I had to do it. Whatever it cost me.
Pineapple, no, yes, they can, but I'll be the first to tell you in Ohio, they are horrible at any sort of mental health in Ohio prisons.
I don't want to say that she did neglect. I mean, she did neglect her kids. She did. I mean, it's obvious she did, but no, that I don't know if that gives her a reason to or not. I don't know. Mental health makes us do a lot of stuff we don't like.
And everything in the box, she's absolutely accurate.
Well, and Joey, I was the one that pointed out.
No, there was someone in the comments saying something.
Oh yeah, it's me. Everything that's in the box, what she was saying about Ohio having very limited resources as far as mental health help. It is very true. It is very hard to get the correct help there. Even Joey, he was misdiagnosed his entire life. It wasn't until he met me, we figured out he has BPD, and he'll be the first to admit he has anger issues and stuff, but being treated, he's finally able to be a normal functioning member of society.
Yeah, I don't ever everything or every time. I don't know if you know where Galplis is, but I don't know if you know where Woodland Centers used to be. It's Hopewell now, but I used to go to Woodland Centers in Jackson and Galplis for my mental health.
I don't know if you're breaking up for everybody else, but you're breaking up for me. Is he breaking up for anybody else, or is it just my side?
I could hear him, but it could be because
I can hear him fine.
Okay, because I think were you saying something to me, Joey?
Yeah, I was asking. I said, do you know where Woodland Centers is?
Yes.
That's where I used to go for my mental health. Right there. Well, it's Hopewell now, but Jackson.
Okay.
Right there. Yeah, I used to go there. Yep.
Yeah, they just told him he had a rage disorder and left it at that. They didn't look into anything deeper. They didn't go into the traumas. They didn't go into anything.
Right.
They were just like, "Oh, you have a rage disorder."
They don't. Yeah, they don't do anything with trauma. I know a lot of how they do mental health in the prison system in Ohio, because I've had patients that have come in and gone out, and I have them stable on medicine that they go in on, and because it's not on their quote formulary, they'll pull them off of it. And then they start, their bipolar kicks off. They start fighting with everybody. It's just, they want people to stay in the system.
Yeah, and when I've been in the prisons in Ohio, that Thorazine and that Seroquel, Abilify, all that stuff, it makes us all walk around like zombies. Like we're zombified. Like that's horrible.
Right. Well, and half the time now they won't even do most of that because it does do that. But then some of the things they give, it doesn't matter. I mean, anybody can get anything out of a medicine if they use it differently. But they don't check and make sure the guys are taking it. And so then they bring it back and they keep it and they sell it for other things. And then they're not even taking meds that they should be on because they're, like even Effexors people can get a buzz off of. So yeah, it's the whole mental health system and trust me, there's a handful of jails and prisons in Ohio that just really they probably have my number blocked because of the phone calls I've made. But it's true. Like it's very difficult, and for you guys being incarcerated, you can't show any vulnerability either. So you have to hide any of your mental health issues, or you're seen as a weakness, and not it's just your survival that you have to go through while you're in there makes a whole nother realm of a whole nother layer of what's going on in your life. And it takes years to come out of that.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question? And I know that it was brought up earlier, but I just wanted to see if we could get any confirmation on it. So you said that you had heard that the condition of the house really just got like that in the past couple of years.
We were told that it happened. We just received a message from a fake account today that said that they personally knew them and that within the past couple of months. And I mean, it is possible with 20 people living in a small home that it could happen, but I don't know if it's true or not. It could just honestly be some sick person just trying to get in to the DMs, and like, it could just be somebody completely insane. So I want to verify. I told them I want some form of proof that they've actually been around these people, and
yeah, I want some confirmation on that also.
Yeah, I won't believe it until I actually see it, because she said that everything was perfectly normal with the family and that they were fine, and that once Lynn's health declined and she couldn't keep up with the house anymore, that Gary Jr. completely took over everything and that everything just rapidly declined.
So another thing, they're saying that the Dollar General store person said that was years. Well, my thing is this: if someone is coming in every single night, only buying those 3 items every single night, why didn't they say something? Instead of getting on TikTok years later and saying, "Oh, well, they were only buying this." Well, why didn't you ever question that?
I think they need to release the footage, like the camera footage from Dollar General, because when situations like this happen, people want to get their 5 minutes of fame. So I feel like they need to release some kind of footage of at least Elizabeth and Gary Jr. in that store and purchasing these things. We don't know if this is true. This is just somebody that worked in a store saying that this is what happened. And I'm not calling her a liar. We just don't know.
And I'd like to see too, like her demeanor, because in the arraignment, that was my immediate thing with her. Her demeanor, she comes off to me as somebody who's been in a situation where she's been manipulated and held, like, and I pointed out the bruise on her arm to Joey because I had seen that like almost immediately. I saw it and I was like, that's odd. Like, that looks like to me like a restraint type of a thing. And she was just so broken.
Yeah, she was. Sorry.
Yeah, it just, no, you're good. Yeah, I would like to see the video, just if they were in there, like, was he keeping her from talking to people? Was he standing, did she have to walk behind him? Was she super quiet and meek? Like,
no, that woman has said that. The woman did say that Elizabeth never spoke and she always looked nervous and anxious. And so did the people from the food bank. They also said she always looked very anxious and nervous.
She was like that when she would come around mom and dad too.
And a lot of times too, a lot of people are like, well, if they went out in public, why didn't she say something? Well, because she knows if she said something, when she got back, even if they didn't make any reaction or do something right then, if she had done something, passed a note or a signal or something, and they come to the house later and start questioning the situation, the parents, if they had, which I'm sure they probably had some control in this situation, Gary Jr., they're well versed in how to manipulate situations. So she would be thinking, okay, if I try to get help, they're going to come out, they're going to question, they're going to spin the story to fit their narrative, and then I'm going to get in even deeper trouble because I was the reason that they got called out there. So that's why a lot of people, when, like, well, she was out in public, why didn't she say anything? Like, that gets asked about victims all the time. And that's why, because they're going to get in trouble worse if the person that's abusing them thinks that they're the reason that they got called out. And the amount of police and stuff that will listen to a DV victim half the time is another issue.
Very much so.
A good time.
Babe, there's a lot of people, I'm sorry, everybody in the comments. I was trying to let her finish talking. There's a lot of people in the comments that would like you to say some good memories you have of Elizabeth so you can try and humanize her a little bit for the world.
Oh, yeah. We used to go on railroad tracks and play a lot. Or go climb trees together. We used to do a lot together, everything. Me and my sister would do everything. We'd walk down roads. We'd do everything. Me and my sister was inseparable. We'd do everything. There's all kinds of. There's
We
all
were
kinds.
kids when they got separated from each other.
Like me and my sister were best friends. Yeah. They her go fishing.
I know when I saw that. I know when I saw that picture of her from her younger years, like you could see the light in her eyes, and like that she was just a fun, happy person. You could see that, and you could see the change in it.
At that picture right there, she was an all-star cheerleader. She was an all-star cheerleader for Adaville, Tiger Creek, and she was going into River Valley, but she never made it to River Valley. She made it to Tiger Creek, 8th grade, and that was it.
And I seen somebody else ask about the trailer that they were living in. When they speak of the trailer they lived in, that was where they lived as children. That's where Joey and his sister and brother and parents lived as children prior to his parents getting the house that they live in now.
Yeah, their house was cleaned at that time. Like when I first met them, and I did go over the few times I did go over, they were clean people. They were actually clean people.
Even without the mugshot, even seeing her sitting there in court, like she just looks completely lost and defeated.
She does. She looks so scared. I can't even watch that. I can't watch it. No matter how much I try to, I can't watch it. When she comes in and sits down and moves the chair and looks up, and then that just shock. It's like she's not there.
His parents are not currently speaking to Joey because
I got cut off from the whole family. The whole family.
Because he is being too public about this and they don't like it. They want it to all just kind of go away. They want everyone to leave them alone. And they feel like he's bringing too much attention on them. But in the beginning, he was just trying to defend them and not necessarily defend his sister. I'm not going to say he was defending his sister. He wasn't by any means. He just wants to get to the bottom of what happened. And he has said if she goes through all of the psychological evaluations and it is proven that she was completely capable and she is completely competent, then he is going to cut all ties too. He wants her to receive the maximum sentence possible because of what happened to those kids. But he knows his sister. Everybody in the comments that are saying she's not a victim, she's a monster, he actually knows her. They spent their childhood together, and that's not the sister he knew.
No, when I see my sister, I had to look at it. I'm like, that's not. I ain't seen my sister in so long. I was like, it was like looking at a ghost.
If they do a eval on her and they come back and say that there's like absolutely nothing mentally there, I would ask them to get a second opinion because she's gonna have something. So just make sure you don't let them like, you know, like I said, Ohio prisons aren't big on mental health, so I could see them getting somebody that's just there for the money.
I think the one attorney said it the best. I think Gary Sr.'s attorney said it the best, is that the public has already decided that all of these people are guilty. And people need to let the process work. People need to let the system work. But that's what I'm worried about too. I am so worried because it's such a high profile case. Are they just going to immediately try and get them done with this as fast as possible?
Right.
She can get the correct evaluations.
I'm actually going to.
I don't know Elizabeth's attorney, but I actually know Dorian. He was actually my ex's attorney for one of his cases. And he is a very like reasonable, nice person. I don't know. I haven't done a lot of research on Elizabeth, but I will say he does. So he didn't surprise me. I wasn't surprised when he came out with that statement.
Oh man.
I feel like everybody just needs to let this system do its job. I feel like it needs to be closely monitored though, just to make sure that things don't fall through the cracks. I think every single one of them needs a psych eval, 100%.
Absolutely.
But especially Elizabeth. Like, we just want to make sure, like, what happened, what changed who she was as a person. She was a happy-go-lucky kid. to being what you all seen in court and seen in her mugshot. I don't even try and go by the mugshot because that nobody would take a good mugshot. But just
Hey, I'm sorry to interrupt, but somebody needs to block that Nina Rose. I'm not a mod.
Yes, indeed.
Hold on, I'm coming. Let me go find it. Where is it?
She said
I'm gonna speak
she's
on that,
between
though.
Samantha. She says, "Why are you not turning yourself in?"
I am going to
Oh, I
speak
didn't
on
see
that.
it.
So Joey does have a very minor parole violation, and it
I didn't
is
see
because he had to come help me take care of my dying father. I absolutely needed his help. He came to help me, and then he's turning himself in. He wants it to go away more than all of you want it to go away. He doesn't want to have a parole violation warrant. Like, everybody's saying he's like this big, super huge wanted fugitive. Joey's only got 3 more months left on his, and then he's completely done.
And I can
Yes,
attest
so-
that he openly admitted that to me as well.
Yeah, I did. Yes, I did.
he didn't hold it back at all.
Joey has every intention to turn himself in, but my father just had 2 massive strokes. He went from being heavy machine operator to not even able to walk, to not able to go to the bathroom on his own, not able to feed himself. He can't even give himself medication, and I can only do so much when it comes to lifting my father because, like I said earlier, I've had my back and my hip broken, and there's permanent nerve damage and everything there. So I am very limited to what I can do. So Joey is here to help me so that I don't have to bring in people from outside. And once Joey goes, I'm going to still have to bring people from outside, but just until my dad gets through this initial, like, this all just happened. It had just happened right before he got out of jail. This Joey just got out of jail on May 9th. And he also does not, and Joey asked them to keep him in prison. They wanted him to go to a halfway house that's more of like a prison setting. And if you look into this place, it's filled with drugs. It's filled with all kinds of horrible things. He didn't want to go there. He wanted to stay in jail. So he wants to just get the jail time over with.
And that's the same thing with Ohio's halfway houses. They're horrible. I would rather my patients
talking about
also
Ohio.
be, yeah. It is. Yeah, Ohio's horrible. Their halfway houses have more rugs in it than.
He was supposed to go to Elvis House, and Elvis House.
Oh God! Oh, that's the worst one. That's the worst one.
Right there in Ross. It's right behind the
Even
prison at
the
Ross.
COs, even the COs told him, "Oh my goodness, that place is horrible.
It's horrible.
You're not
The one
cut out
here-
for that kind of place."
The one here in Columbus, they literally just like redid the whole thing. It's beautiful, but it doesn't matter. They're still like doing rugs in the bathroom every single day, every night.
Yeah, that's how it is there. And Joey is very anti-drug. If you ask any of the COs, Joey just did 9 months in prison for this same case for not showing, because he does.
Yeah, because a violation, they'll send you back for
because he will not go to that halfway house. He just will not go.
This is the second time I've ran from Ohio. This is the second time trying to send me there. I got out of Lucasville, supposed to go there, ran for 4 years. They finally caught me.
Yeah, and that's the one thing, like, people don't get how, like, when you guys have to go there, it's not, and they keep you where you don't go get a job right away. They make certain restrictions on you, and like, it's just, and when you're surrounded by rugs every single day, every night, like, and you can't leave to go get a job, what else are you going to do? Like, it's horrible. That's one of my big goals, is to like get that, like, I want to get a whole like a reintegration type system set up. Like, there's no like, will you come out, like, if somebody's been in there for 20 years, they'll just put them out on the street and like, okay, here you go. Well, like, I've had to help people set up cell phones before who were in prison before cell phones ever came out. And they're like, I don't know what this thing is. Like, what am I supposed to do? There's no transition at all.
Yes,
Claire, he already addressed everything that happened with his children, and I am not going to make him redo it again. I guarantee you this is going to be replayed.
I just want to say one thing. What he did in his past, it has nothing to do with this case. It literally has nothing to do with it. And why people are so interested in what he did, find out what you did, because it ain't had nothing to do with that. It's just leave that alone. Why y'all bringing that up anyways?
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, because they're nothing but a bunch of morons. That's
Joey's
why.
not out there committing more crimes and getting himself locked up repeatedly. Joey's case is almost 9 years old. Joey's case is very old. He did not want to go to the halfway house. And it is really saying something when somebody would rather go to prison than go to the place they're trying to send them to. Like, honestly, that place needs to get shut down. People are dying there constantly.
And it's attitudes like that like people can't change from their past behavior that like keep people from having to go back into the system because they get looked at like, oh, that's what you did 20 years ago. Oh, well, I'm sure you're still the same person. No, some of the nicest guys I've met in my practices have been in prison for some really bad things, and they just were in a bad place in their life. They did something stupid and wrong, and they've grown from it. And there's so much like, oh yeah, sorry, I get it. That's my little soapbox.
We have been live for 2 hours. We've gone over so many things. If people want to ask specific questions, I'm not going to have him repeat everything he's talked about. If anybody has any specific questions, please feel free to ask.
What was that? Yeah, there's a couple people that's able to take the kids, but they're not going to take the kids. They wouldn't even take my kids when they were offered. When I went to prison, they wouldn't even take my kids. But they took my brother's kids, but they won't take me and my sister's kids. But they took my brother's kids.
And that's the thing, though. Joey was in prison. That's the only reason he does not have his children. The CPS workers went to the prison and said, because you're doing more than 11 months, we have no choice but to terminate your rights, and asked him to sign off willingly. His ex willingly signed the children over because she got into a new relationship. Am I right, babe? That's your story to tell. You go ahead and tell them that part.
That's where I was sitting in Lancaster prison, and
They put the thing down.
Oh, and they came and got me.
Garage, please.
They came and got me. Franklin County Children's Services and Sheriff's did, and took me down to the thing. They were all sitting there, and they all signed they told me to sign this paper, and I was like, no. I said, what am I signing? I got to looking at it. It was my rights to my kids. I said, no. Rachel had done signed it and everything. She signed the kids over because the guy that she was with, which she's not with now, she with someone else, she'd signed them over because he didn't want them. That's exactly, and I have prison records to prove that and everything.
If Joey didn't have to serve as much time as he did, he would have been given custody of his children. No, both families are not blood related.
No.
There was 2 cousins that got married to each other, but that was just a marriage, and that marriage is not even a thing anymore. There is no blood relation between the Siders and the Russells. Absolutely none, period. And there is no child from when she was 13. Joey was mistaken in the beginning when everything first happened. Everything was really overwhelming. His memory was a little messed up, and he got her age wrong. It was 14 that she got pregnant, not 13. He was off by a little bit.
Yeah, I admit that. I was off a little bit.
I'm trying to keep up with it, but the chat is going fast.
You're welcome here. I'm not going to say it. Kitty. There you go.
You see, everybody that's saying
I don't know if she is or not.
So horrible. None of you people know who Joey is. None of you know anything other than what you've read and speculated. Joey already explained the cases. Like, it's ridiculous. You have no idea what the case is. You have no idea who else already was charged and convicted for actually hurting the child.
I think
With
5
the
boys.
breaking of the arm, Joey already explained when he broke his son's arm, he was not charged with hurting a child for that because it was an accident. He went to lift his baby out. He was a first-time dad. He has big, strong hands. He went to lift his baby out of the car seat, and he accidentally broke his baby's arm. It was a complete accident. And he called the police on himself.
I did.
Joey is not out here just abusing kids and hurting women and kids. He's not the monster that the internet is trying to paint him out to be. All of this happened. The reason Joey is getting outed as much as he is because when everything first happened, emotions were really high. He just found out about his sister. He just found out about his nieces and nephews. He was a wreck, and he's scrolling the FYP, and he found a podcast where there was a man screaming about him and yelling about his family and talking about how his whole family are scumbags. So yeah, he got really mad, and he went in there and he yelled at the guy. Well, then him and his little friend
Minion.
that always they go live together constantly. They both turned this into the Joey Lynch mob. They talk more about Joey than they do the case.
It's all right. I got lawyers involved, and they did mess up because they were putting out information.
We are
It's not
definitely
allowed.
going after defamation and slander
Oh, for
cases.
sure.
I've even been in contact with Canada because of it.
Oh yeah, they're in trouble. Oh yeah, lawyer done seen half of what they did and what they were posting, and they wasn't allowed to do it because some of that is not public record. It's coming from people's mouths, and they're running with it. So the lawyer said it was definitely defamation. Definitely. Their little lawyers can say it ain't. I don't care. That's what they're going to
Joey
do.
is the one right here that's live. Jeremy is his little brother.
Hi, that's me. Hi.
I mean, there's so many lies that are being made up. It's unbelievable.
I guarantee
It's
you.
crazy the things people say. People were saying that we were giving our daughter rugs on live. Everybody in these boxes, except for the bottom two, were in that live. But there were other true crime podcasters in the boxes with us. Nobody was giving my daughter rugs. Anybody in our household right now will be more than happy to submit to a hair follicle test.
But anyway,
Someone want to get that Mary MM48, please.
yeah. But as far as anybody going to see Elizabeth during her court, I don't believe anybody's going to show up because everybody's too scared right now. My family is hiding like little people with their heads between their legs. Like, if I could go see
It is not true that the oldest daughter cannot read or write. We have seen multiple social media accounts where you could tell by the things that she was posting. If it was her father or somebody posting, they wouldn't have been posting about how she's uncomfortable with her father or how she feels. They wouldn't have been posting about depression. If you actually see those social media accounts, it broke our hearts. Me and him both. Him as a grown man sat here and cried looking at them posts because of how bad she was depressed and how much she was reaching out for help. If we knew those accounts existed at that time, we would have personally helped them poor kids. Any of this. If we knew about any of this. Me personally. Like, let's leave Joey out of this. If I knew that there was children that needed help, I would have jumped to help them. The last time he talked to his sister was 2008. But they have YouTube channels, they have TikToks, and they have Facebooks. And I've been told they also have Instagrams, but I have not seen those yet. The last time he seen and spoke to Elizabeth was in 2008.
Ronnie Fletcher is somebody that worked with my dad. He's got a twin of Ronnie and Donnie Fletcher, both drug addicts.
Becky, we can hear your work noises, love.
Sorry, there's another rude comment. SOLV Ving Case 19. You gotta
Joey,
go up
can
a
you
little
tap
bit.
on Becky's name and mod her, please?
Oh, she ain't modding?
No, I'm not a mod.
How do you do it?
Please mod both Southern and Becky.
How do you do it?
Sorry, they're just commenting too quick. I can't keep up.
I'm trying to help, but I can just say her name. I got her comment right here in front of me. I just can't do nothing.
I think I already blocked him.
How do you add them?
You should be able to click on my name, and then it should say settings or something, and you hit moderate something. I can't remember.
There are 3 of us modding in here, but the chat's moving fast and I'm not catching it. Click on her name, then the 3 dots.
Yeah, it should be 3 dots. If you click on it, it'll give you options. Click on her face and then it'll open up.
Becky, comment in the chat really quick.
Hey, Jules.
All right, click on Becky's name in the chat, babe. And then click the 3 dots. It should give you the option from there, hopefully.
I got it.
And then do the same for Southern. Southern, if you could please comment real quick. Oh, she did. She commented, so if you can put Southern.
You see where she's at.
Becky, you should be a mod now.
I am, thank you.
Where is... Okay.
Thanks, Liz.
Jules said she'll also mod for you. I don't think the family is so much scared to go to court. I don't think they want to. His family has made it very clear they want nothing to do with this situation. They just want to be left alone. They don't want to be bothered with it. They just want it to go away. They said she made her bed. She's going to lay in it.
And this is just my opinion. I wonder too if it has anything to do with like them not wanting any of their history coming out. Like I know with my mom, like I've cut ties with most of my family because they were just super toxic. And anytime I would make a post on Facebook or anything like that, just like not necessarily anything specific, but if it was something that she thought I was referring to something that was going to make her look bad, she would go off on me. And so part of me wonders, like knowing like what Joey's talked about, how like childhood was, like if maybe that's just them like trying to separate and not let anything come out from their side of it is a possibility.
And that's what we're worried about too. And I mean, if it comes down to people even trying to question everything, Joey has literally sent voice messages to family members calling them out on all of it. Joey, this whole situation opened Joey's eyes up to a lot, and this is where he said that he's washing his hands with his family and cutting contact because he feels like this is a very big deal. And I mean, even with the kids, why is nobody trying to get the kids? Why is nobody doing anything? Why is everybody just trying to hide behind closed doors? We are trying our hardest to figure out if the kids are okay, what's going on with them. Elizabeth needs a mental health evaluation. All of them need mental health evaluations, but Elizabeth especially. She needs to be screened by somebody who is a trained professional in DV and a trained professional with somebody who has dealt with people who have been held in captivity and stuff like that. Because we know she's been out in public. We get that. We've heard that from multiple sources. But we don't know where she's at mentally. We just want her to be screened. No, nobody in that house worked.
Nah. Absolutely not.
The only thing I can say about them not wanting to talk is people are going to dig and they're going to find it, and they're not going to, if they don't speak up, it's just going to look even worse.
Oh, yeah,
and that's
for sure.
pretty much what happened. And I mean, the family reached out to both of us and asked us to both not say anything about it. They wanted to just go away. And I'm trying to explain to them, this is not just in this country. The entire world knows about this case. It is not very often you hear about 16 kids and being in this kind of situation. It's not going to go away no matter how much you want it to. But we want answers. And honestly, I'm glad we spoke out about it. Because us speaking out about it, we have so many people. Yeah, there's a lot of trolls that are coming to us with just crazy allegations and crazy things. But there are really good people. And we've met some amazing like true crime investigators and podcasters and stuff that have helped us and found things for us, like the social media accounts. We would have never found any of that if we didn't reach out. And I'm so glad we did.
Yeah.
Elizabeth's brother Jeremy when he said the other day he's the golden child, he was not lying. He is the one, like, he is the parents' favorite. Jeremy, you guys also have to realize, now that there's a lot of people in here, when Jeremy's posts don't make sense, it has nothing to do with a low IQ or lack of education. Jeremy suffered a severe stroke at work a couple years ago. It was not drug related. He can prove that with hospital records. He was overworked and working in the super hot heat and his body just gave out and he had a massive stroke. He was in a coma. He had to learn how to walk again. He has a really hard time trying to put what he's thinking in his head into words.
Yeah, that's 100% true. That has got on its truth. He had a stroke. He had the I-77 Chevy over in Spencer, West Virginia.
I bet she is. There's somebody named Tinkerbell recording this live right now and saying bad things about us. She has no idea who we are. She's just speculating off of things she's seen on the internet. And we don't let those people bother us because they're just all miserable, have nothing better to do with their lives.
Hi, how you doing?
Anybody that actually knows us knows that we are good people.
But the babies, yeah. If I could be at court, I would definitely be there for Elizabeth. I would. Sitting in the front row.
Jeremy, the middle child, had a stroke. Joey is the oldest, then Jeremy, then Elizabeth.
So I can't stop thinking about the message that you got. I know it was from a made up account, like a second page or something, but what you were saying about Gary Jr. like going on a rampage and like taking control of everything and all of that, I could totally see that.
That Lynn and Gary Sr. weren't able to do anything anymore. Lynn was the one that kept up with the house. She couldn't keep up with the house anymore. He said that it then became up to Elizabeth and Gary, but Elizabeth was being controlled by Gary, and the children were being. She said, and I quote, "He went on a narcissistic rampage."
Like, I need to investigate this. This is what I cannot stop thinking about. Ever since I heard you say it, it's all I can think about.
And she said that this just started within the past few months. That Lynn she started rapidly declining within the past few months. And like I said, I want to investigate it myself because I don't know if it's true. Like I said, it could just be some random weirdo coming to the DMs trying to.
Linda would update.
I don't know.
Linda would update my mom on the kids. I just seen that message go by.
Yes,
Linda would.
did. Linda is who would update his mother on the children.
And then my mom, when I would call home, she'd be like, "Well, you got another niece or nephew?" I'm like, "What?" I was like, "She's pregnant again?" "Yeah." I'm like, "They need to tie her tubes." I did. I told them. I told my mom. I was like, "They need to tie her tubes, clip, and burn them things." I have told my mom that multiple times. I don't know why the state. If she did go to the hospital, if you think they would have done that? Because I heard from my mother that Children's Services was trying to force her to get fixed if she had one more kid. And that was years ago. And maybe that's why she quit taking them to the hospital and having them.
So it's
I don't know.
Joey's ex-wife. We have her blocked, so she's watching from a backup. Joey's ex-wife, the one we were talking about that stalks every bit of his existence, that is the one that's live talking about us.
Oh, as soon as you said Tinkerbell, I knew.
Jennifer, you should get yourself a life and leave us alone already. Like pretending to call calling the prison and pretending to be me just so you could talk to Joey, that was a little unhinged. Saying that his father was sick in the hospital just to get the chaplain and the guards to go get him, that was pretty unhinged. There's a no contact order. Just leave him alone. Leave me alone. He wants nothing to do with you. Just leave him alone.
You know what? Quit making that about her. I'm here for the kids. Quit
I
making
just
about
had to
it.
address it because people in the comments are coming and letting
No,
us.
because that's what she wants. That's what she wants. Quit acknowledging her. I can't say nothing. I'll go to jail.
As long as you don't speak to her, you will not. Because
I'm not saying nothing. I'm not. I just want. I want her recognition out of there. I don't care about her.
yes, her lawyer did confirm, from what I've seen, her lawyer did confirm that they were born in the hospital. But if Children's Services were really looking for her, we were told that they were looking for her in North Carolina and South Carolina because the children were not enrolled in school.
What I want to know is where's the other kids? There's 20 some kids. Where's the other ones? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. There ain't just 17 or 18 kids. There's not. I'm a little slow, but I'm not that slow. I remember exactly what my mom says. Your sister's at 21 or 22 kids. 100% said that. And I don't see my mom lying to me about that. Like, I don't.
I don't see why she'd have any reason to lie about that. But we don't know. We just know what we've been told.
I heard they're doing another investigation, digging around the yards and stuff. I ain't for sure, but I did hear that. Maybe that's where the future charges are going to come, besides probably SA and all that stuff.
I don't see them doing that and then burying the other two like they did with the twins. Like the twins have a murder in place.
Has that been proven that that's their actual grave?
Yes. Even the girls have on their social media, rest in peace to their sisters.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I didn't know if that was real or not. Everybody kept saying it was fake. I don't know.
Yeah, that was the couple videos you didn't watch yet. But yeah, the girls posted about it too.
I just want to say one more.
Good.
I just want to say one more thing. Joey, thanks for coming and doing this because you definitely didn't have to. And what is your wife's name? What is your name?
What is
Nikki.
it? Nikki.
Nikki. Okay, Nikki, thanks for all that you're doing as well. And I'm going to investigate this situation. I'm real intrigued by it and I have a feeling about it. But anyway,
I swear if she would give me that message, I would read it off to you. She won't give it to me. I would read it off to y'all, but she won't.
Well, it's okay.
I want to so bad, just to put it out there. I want to so bad.
I want to wait until it's confirmed more, just because I don't want to be accused of making up lies and spreading false information at all. So that's why I want to make sure things are verified.
I totally understand. Absolutely. But I do want to I want to find out because I feel like that could be a huge, I don't know. Something's pulling at me on that.
Oh, my dad is a very I'm reading that. My dad's a very respectable man where I come from. He builds everybody's houses. He does everything. My dad's a very quiet man. Did he sign the paper? Yes, it's proven fast. He signed the paper. That's as far as I can go with that.
I just wanted to touch on the fact that the twins that are like known for sure that had passed and that they were conjoined. From a medical side of this, that just proves the issues that can come from multiple back-to-back births. Because looking at those dates, she had to have gotten pregnant right after, like literally within a week or two of the one set of twins being born. For those two to have been born in November is stillbirths, just based on like looking at the dates. So that's just proof right there how things can happen when you do that. You know, when women do have back-to-back multiple births like that.
I will say the one that I've been getting the most verified information, me and Joey both have been getting the most verified information from, is True Crime Mama.
Yeah, I'm in a lot of contact with True Crime Mama. We are definitely, yeah.
We've been in contact with her from the beginning. We've talked to Dora. We have talked to, Joey has talked to Phoenix.
I was on the live with her for 4 hours. The other morning, I couldn't sleep. I got threatened. So I was up making sure my family was going to be okay. I came out here with Phoenix and I just opened up to her right on live.
We know Phoenix, and it's okay. She can keep recording. That's all she does with her life is watch what he does anyway. We're used to it, and it's okay.
I just have a question about why wouldn't a physician question the pregnancies? It's very possible that they did in some manner, but it wouldn't be up to the physician to do they could have reported, but it would have been up to CPS to do the investigating part of it. And depending on where they were, if they were moving like Joey said, that they were in North Carolina, South Carolina, Wyoming, like a few different places. It could be that they may have been reported from the physician standpoint, but then not been able to get followed through with.
Yeah.
Babe, your cousin's in here.
Who?
Deanna McQuaid.
Hey, cuz. She's my cousin. That's my real life cousin. She knows my sister. Like, I've been going to my cousin talking about it, and she's like, I told her what's being said, and she's like, what the, yeah, no, I'm not going to say it, but yeah. I'm like, yeah, she's been talking to me here lately, trying to, yeah. I'm going to ask that lawyer to get a change of venue, too. Because I don't believe my sister's going to have a fair trial. But anyway.
As far as that person that's recording the live goes, she is irrelevant to us. He met her on TikTok, got married way too soon. They were broken up before they were even together for a year. And we've had probably a good 15 men reach out to us that have been charged with the same crime. Like, it's crazy.
I don't see because.
So the reason we spoke out on TikTok originally was because we were hearing a bunch of lies in a live, and we wanted to address them. We were being told, or we were hearing people say, oh, the family knew about it, the family are scumbags, they should be in jail too. And that was what brought us in there, and we were like, no, that's not the case. And then we explained, when Joey made a comment about the water bill, people thought it was recent, and he had explained that happened in 2008. Joey just wants answers, and honestly, I'm glad we spoke out, because speaking out is what got us a lot of the answers that we were trying to get, because there are genuinely good people out there who are contacting us this is the information. And we're not trying to get attention. If you can see, my account is private. I'm sure a lot of you have tried to follow me, and I'm sorry, I'm not following back because I don't know the difference between good people and bad people. And I'm not even accepting the follow request. We're not trying to get attention from this. We want answers. And we want Elizabeth to get screened mentally. We want to make sure that she gets the correct psychological evaluations, and that the system does. Because, the whole world has already determined that they are 100% guilty, and we feel like the prosecutors have too. We want her to have a fair trial. Yeah, we know about that. We were told that all of the utilities were definitely on at that home. I think the only one that didn't respond back to requests for it, to a couple news articles I seen, was the electricity, but we were told that they did have electricity. When he talks about helping pay the water bill, that was way back in 2008 when he offered to pay over $700 for her water bill, and they didn't want him to pay the bill. They wanted the money, so he didn't do it. That's what we're thinking too. The biggest villain in the situation is Gary Jr. I think they're all villains in my personal opinion. I just want to make sure Elizabeth is actually, I want to make sure she's not a victim. Anybody who has been through abuse knows what it's like to be stuck in that situation. There's some people that are strong and unbreakable, and that is awesome, and I'm so happy for you that you are strong and you are unbreakable. Like I said, I stayed in a very horrible relationship for 13 years. 13 years it took me to get out of that. My good friend, my whole life, was unalived by her husband in front of her children because she tried to leave him. If you are my friend on here and you dig a little bit, you'll see her. Her name was Melissa. She was out in her front yard gardening with her brother. Her brother left to go get more mulch, and as soon as her ex seen her brother pull away from the house, he ran and attacked her with a sharp object in her front yard in front of the children, and unalived her, and then unalived himself with that sharp object. in front of all the neighbors and everything.
It's a known fact that that's the most dangerous time for a victim of abuse is when they're trying to leave.
It is scary. It is scary trying to get away from your abuser.
If anybody questions like anything with like not leaving or trying to leave, watch the movie Enough. It's got Jennifer. Oh my God, it fires me up every time I watch it. But it's got Jennifer Lopez. Yep. Just watch that movie. If anybody's questioning how someone like, it's very realistic.
Tyler is not
Exactly. I've seen that movie. I love how she kicks his butt too.
Hold on, Becky. Somebody in the comments just said Tyler is her first kid. Tyler is not her first kid. Tyler is Joey's son. That is there is a timeline that is going around that has Tyler listed on it. That person that created that timeline is getting the information from the timeline from people in her comment section. It is not accurate at all. Tyler is Joey and Joey and Rachel. Joey and Rachel's child. Rachel herself has spoken out. Tyler is Joey's oldest son. He's almost 19 years old.
I put him on I usually don't put my pictures of my kids up because it's a lot of trauma I gotta do. I ain't trying to make it about me,
Yeah,
but
he doesn't want to exploit his kids, but because people are trying to say that he's lying and that they're not his children, he did post a picture of his children.
Elizabeth is their aunt.
Chloe is Elizabeth's oldest daughter.
Yeah, Chloe Elizabeth. Then you got Zoe. Yeah, Z. S. I know. I gotta get used to that. CS and ZS.
There's a Christina in there. There's a Lisa in there. There's a Gary Jr. in there. There's a Lee in there.
Yeah, there's a name. Yeah.
The sad thing is even Joey himself still does not know all of their names.
Nope. No, I don't. I can go up to Gary Jr. or the third, Zoe, Chloe, and Christine. That's it. That's it.
His mother does not want to deal with the situation. She does not want anything to do with the situation. She said she just wants it to go away. She wants to be left alone. She has nothing to say about it. She made her bed. She can lay in it. That is his mother's opinion on it. That's the family, like his side of the family, that is how they all feel about it. They just want it to go away. They didn't see Elizabeth or the kids.
Thank you, Candy. Oh, I am. That's just, it keeps me up. It does, because I'm worried about my sister. I'm worried about my family. I am not getting no sleep, and it's not due to rugs. It's due to making sure my family's safe. I would go see her. If I can set up a Zoom with her or somehow or another, I'll do that. Because they don't let you go visit. I don't know if they let you go back there to visit or not. Because some jails I've been in, you can only do via satellite visits. You can't go to the jail no more.
They do have video visits in Ohio. I just don't know that they would let you on her visitor list with your history. So that's the only issue.
I know.
But yeah, you could, but they're so weird about because you have to be on the visitor list to even do a video visit. So yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's the way it was when I was in there this time. You had these tablets and you had to hook them up to the wall to have a video visit. Yep. It's got a magnet.
Exactly.
Yep. GTL tablets. Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, is there anything y'all else when you want to ask? Because eventually, about 9 o'clock, I'm gonna get off here and I'm gonna cook for my kid and wife.
We ate an early dinner to do this live, but
I'm hungry.
growing teenagers like to eat a lot. Honestly, you probably don't have to make her anything, but yeah, we've been on here it'll be 3 hours at 9.
That's fine. I just wanted
I don't
everybody
think
to know.
they do Securus there, as we were looking into it, because we were trying to figure out if there was like some kind of, in the prison system there, a lot of them do Chirp, no, Tammy, you're fine. And I'm missing a lot of what people are asking and saying too, just because the comments move fast. And the comments are slower on our end than, like, you guys hear us probably like 10 seconds after we actually say something.
Try a GTL. I hate you.
Believe
Thank
me,
you
I
so
hate
much.
GTL too. They got lots of my money when Joey was gone.
You're welcome, D. Oh yeah. But anyway, anyway.
I accepted you, Feisty. I seen your request. Actually, Joey, do you want to accept anybody else? There's somebody named Girl Get Up, and then Who I Am. Do you want me to accept them?
Just whoever wants to come up.
All right, we'll do one at a time then. We're all praying. We have been praying so much. This has been so emotionally taxing. The ups and the downs.
Very
I just wish I wish everyone would leave my minor child out of it so bad. My minor child has never met Elizabeth or any of her children. My minor child has nothing to do with it. She is a very happy, healthy kid. She's a very spoiled kid. Take her on vacations. She has anything a teenage girl could want or need.
I spoil. All right.
Is it my turn?
Yeah, go ahead. Anybody wants to talk? I'm waiting on somebody.
Okay. Hi, Joey. Thank you for telling your story. Thank you for talking and letting us know the truth, because I would like to say, obviously, the authorities and the Attorney General. Now, let me start by saying I'm not condoning any of the abuse, any neglect, allegedly, or any of the stuff. I do want who is responsible for it, to be held accountable 100%. But also, I do believe that your sister is very, very possibly the first victim.
Yep.
Okay, and I've seen a lot of people asking in comments like, why didn't she leave, or was she compliant and things like that. But I just want everyone to understand, it would be hard for somebody who who has been having babies all their adult life, or even only had 3 babies, 5 babies. If you're a victim of abuse and you've been conditioned and you don't have a job and your parents are shit and you don't have any support, then it's impossible just to pick those kids up and leave. And she had 16. So I would like for everybody to take into consideration that too. It's not just as easy as picking up your kids and leaving. It's not.
Yeah, especially with that many children. I mean, she could have been brainwashed into thinking if you leave with the kids, you'll get them taken away and you'll never ever see them again.
Exactly. You'll never see them again. Go ahead, leave, take them. They'll take them away from you too. All this narcissistic bullshit that is said, and it's brainwashing, and I don't think that everybody understands that. And so, like, I am with the attorneys. I think that we need to just watch and see how this plays out, but on the other hand, we can't listen to it. Shows that we can't really listen to the authorities or official reports either, because they said that Chloe couldn't speak or write her name. Obviously she can do that. We've seen that on social media. They said at first nobody ever saw the kids, but then all of a sudden they were at Dollar General, they were at yard sales, things like that. One of them has a video being on the front porch with the cat. It's just so much conflicting information, and it seems like the authority. And I don't know why they would. It's bad as it is. I don't know why they would try to make it worse.
See, and that's what I don't understand either. Like, even part of me was like, could it just be because it's such the whole community, like, it's very low income there. I'm wondering if maybe this is just their way to, like, make money and get the attention on their county. Like, I don't know. I have no idea why they're doing this. Because why say all of that?
Right. Like, I don't like they. I don't know. I only thought like maybe they want to make sure that somebody is held accountable. But like I sure hope somebody's going to be held accountable with just the truth. There's no need to make it any worse than it is.
Eileen, I don't think it is speak to text, because if you actually go and you read the messages back and forth, speak to text doesn't add a whole bunch of extra letters and stuff. Like, there was one message where she said, "I love you," and she put a whole bunch of V's in it and a whole bunch of U's in it.
I know. And as soon as I got that recording last night, I went to Renee, I went to Phoenix, I went to Felicity, I went to everybody with it. As soon as I get something, I come to you guys. As soon as I get something.
As soon as they showed her in the courtroom, you could tell that she was traumatized. You could tell that she was confused and scared, that she didn't know when to speak at the right times. She didn't, I mean, for people saying that she's not a victim, they should probably hold their judgment.
Exactly. Just let the system do its job, and let's hope that they get the correct evaluations. And that's not something where they can just go talk to her for 30 minutes and make that determination. That's going to take time. It's going to take a long time to make that determination.
Yes,
They're going to talk to her multiple different times, and they have their ways of doing things. Honestly, they need somebody like from the BAU to come out and talk to her, somebody who is trained with situations like this, because I highly doubt there is anybody trained in this situation in Vinton County.
Exactly.
I think her eyes were red because of the feces fumes. That's what I think.
That's what I thought too. Or I thought, I don't know. I'm not gonna say some of the things I thought, but like
we don't know.
Exactly.
I thought that, or maybe because they, one of my best friends used to work in a juvenile correction center, and they used to like spray them like down when they would come in, and I thought maybe it might have been some irritation from that. But either one would be possible.
Okay, thank you guys for letting me speak. And again, thank you for telling your story. Thank you for being strong. And I'm praying for you guys.
You're welcome. Tell Kay I said hi.
Okay, reach out if you need anything. Reach out to her if you need anything.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I just found out that the twins were conjoined today.
Yeah, I didn't even
know if it was true or not, just because I didn't see anybody official say anything about it. I just seen people in comment sections and all over Facebook. So I don't believe anything I'm seeing on Facebook or anything I'm hearing on TikTok, just because so many people have added their own twists and turns. Like, there was one girl from the country Peru that commented on Joey's brother's post saying that Joey was essaying his sister when he was 12. Joey was in a hospital and couldn't walk and shot his toe off at 12. Like, these people just come up with the craziest allegations.
They said go to NBC4, and I guess the conjoined thing is over there. I just seen it in the comments.
Yeah, I don't trust NBC4 because NBC4 apparently also released something saying that they were already going there to investigate the DV and CA. And from what even in the press conference, they said that they had no idea there was even children there. They went there for a completely unrelated situation.
First they're saying it was a warrant for the indecent exposure. Then it was a warrant or some kind of, what was it? It was something else. I know the indecent exposure, I heard something else, and I'm not even trying to say it because I can't remember. It was something else. I can't remember.
Wasn't it that there was a death recently or something?
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah,
That's what we were told before any of this happened. So when Elizabeth and Gary Jr. went by themselves to Joey's mother's house sometime between Thanksgiving and Christmas
Day.
told her that a child passed away and that they were under investigation for it.
Yep. It was Christmas of last year, 2020. Yeah. Yep. I was on the phone with my mom. And since he wouldn't say nothing, he wouldn't let her talk. And the only thing she said was, Mom tried to get some pictures of her, and she said, Mom, please don't take no pictures of me. That was the only thing I heard my sister say.
I'm Joey's wife.
That's the only thing I heard my sister say.
So the warrants that everybody are seeing that were dated on the 30th that talk about CA and DV, those warrants, so when the officers originally went to go exercise the original warrant they went there for, they had to obtain another warrant to search the entire premises because at that point it was something completely different once they found the children. So that is why there was another warrant that was issued on that day, but that was because they had to make a phone call and get it.
Yeah, I'll be going live again, but I won't be talking much about this until I find out new stuff. Like, I'm not going to sit here and repeat myself and repeat myself and repeat myself. This ain't a broken record. I mean, I get it. Y'all need the questions answered, but I can only answer so many. Unlike everybody's painting me out.
So I don't think that the picture that Elizabeth's mother has posted of her is a very old picture. She was a teenager in those pictures. She looks older, and I've noticed a lot of people have been sharing like that picture altered with AI.
Yeah, that's not even my sister.
Very young in that picture. Any new we seen something about like Gary Jr. had a Facebook page, and there was a post on there that said, "This is Elizabeth, and anybody that has pictures of me, I want them taken down." We don't believe that was Elizabeth that posted that. We think it was him. I don't know why she wouldn't want her own mother to have a picture of her. Like, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to us, that whole situation at all.
You know.
Yes, we've
It
seen
may
that.
have been
too.
hard for her to like look at herself, like knowing that she's, because clearly, like I said, you could see the light gone out of her between the old picture of her and the new one. So it may have been like something like, you know, just like she doesn't like looking at herself, so she just doesn't want pictures taken, maybe.
The woman on the porch with Lynn and Gary Sr. is their daughter, Linda. Their daughter, Linda, is the one that was going to the house, and she is the one that was updating Elizabeth and Joey's mother on everything that was going on with Elizabeth. They were completely at her mercy for updates.
Why did she want to leave her mother at 13?
Joey has definitely gone over that already.
There was a lot of besides the sexual stuff that's being accused. There was a lot of violence in our house. A lot. A very lot. Hell, half the time I wanted to go to jail myself, and I'd go over and ask the probation officer to send me to Sauter County Juvenile Detention Center. Her name's Julie Elliott. Ask her. Ask Jerry Daughters. I would actually beg them to send me to jail because I didn't want to be home. I ain't glad that she got out the way she did, but because this happened. If it would have been any other circumstances, I would have been saying, I'm glad she got out, but I'm not glad in these circumstances.
Yeah, we think it's really odd that she didn't want her mother to have a picture of her either.
Oh yeah, I blame.
But that also has a lot to do with Gary Jr.'s control over her.
Oh no, my brother didn't go through it. My sister did. I appreciate that. I appreciate that 100%. But my brother did not go through it. Me and Elizabeth did.
I am going to repeat this again. There is a fake timeline of Elizabeth and all her children on Facebook, all kinds of different social media. It's on Reddit, it's on TikTok, it's on Instagram, that lists Tyler as her oldest child. Tyler is Joey and Rachel's child.
Yeah, that's my son.
Elizabeth's child.
That's my kid.
Her oldest child is Chloe.
Her second is Zoe. Mine is Tyler. Then it goes Lindsay, and then Bentley, and then Nandon. I have 4 kids.
Rachel is Joey's ex-wife.
Yep, she's my ex-wife.
I have no problem repeating that as many times as it needs to be repeated, because that is one of the biggest rumors that I see being pushed all over Facebook, is everybody saying that Tyler is her child. They're saying that it's Joey and her child together. Like, it's just disgusting, the things that people come up with.
I mean, I got a birth certificate and social security card too, so I definitely do.
If you look at pictures of Joey when he was little, and that's his little.
That boy climbed down my butt. But yeah. Okay. I got 8 minutes. I'm gonna get off here.
And that's honestly all it is we just want the answers ourselves. Thank you, baby. We just want the answers ourselves. We just want to make sure.
You're very welcome, HD.
We're getting off in 8 minutes.
Now that wouldn't be HD Markham now, would it?
Sorry, guys. My daughter was talking to me.
No, I'm not going. I can't go. Obviously, everybody
So
knows.
Joey's father is both Joey's mom and dad are very great people now. They are very amazing people. They are great grandparents. They're very good people. They're hard workers. They maintain a farm with a bunch of animals. They're upstanding citizens in the area. Anybody that knows them will speak very highly of them. It was just different when Joey was growing up and Elizabeth was growing up, but you have to remember, Joey's mom was 15 years old when she had Joey and got married. They were kids themselves and really didn't know how to make it. Joey's mom also left school. No, we are not in Ohio. We are in Missouri.
That's a lot. It is. Juicy, you got that? You got that right, Jason?
And honestly, I think that's what helped Joey, like, start breaking the cycles and get himself help and start building himself up as a man, and start finally seeing like a normal family setting with my family, and start seeing, like, I mean, at first, when I first met him, he was aggressive. He was very short fused, and I insisted, like, listen, you're gonna have to get help, and he did. And he is working through all of his demons, and he's working through all of his problems, and he is amazing to me. And he is he's absolutely amazing to my daughter. Him and my daughter are best friends. Anybody that knows us, anybody that are in these boxes, except for everything, just because she's not here all the time, but everybody else in the boxes could tell you we're always out doing something with our daughter, fishing, taking her out and doing, like, to trips, taking her to theme parks, carnivals, concerts. We go out hiking all the time. Me and Joey have been together for 4 years. Babe, I think we lost your connection. Shed, babe?
No, I'm standing right. I lost service in my shed. I'm sorry. I had to come out and get my Wi-Fi
Craziest
back.
part is we don't even own a shed.
That silly shed.
Yeah, apparently he lives in a shed in the woods.
There's something going on with the internet.
Well, the internet is fine on my end. You're probably just too far from it, being outside.
Probably.
You want fried bologna? I'll make you some fried bologna. I swear, teenagers are like they can never stop eating.
Tell me about it. When I took my ex's son in, I literally ended up with 5 teenagers at my house all the time. Like they came and lived with me because they where they lived was like a very dangerous area. So I ended up suddenly adopting 5 kids. Somebody even asked me if I was running a like recovery house because I had all these because they were like almost 18, and the amount of food those boys went through. Oh my God, crazy.
They really are. Like my daughter, like I swear she wants to eat like every hour. We just had dinner right before we got on live at 6 p.m. and now she's like, Mom, I want fried bologna.
Yeah, I know about how people. Why have that pop up? People.
Oh, believe me, we know all about Illinois too. I am from Illinois. I lived in Illinois my whole life.
It is poor man's steak. Thank you very much, Juicy. It's good, poor man's steak. Put some cheese on it. You got a filet mignon.
Yeah, we moved to Missouri to help with my father.
The law and legal was a joke. Yeah, I'll give you that one, Susie. I'll go with that one. Arizona's worst prices are. I know it's bad. Now, guys,
You think Arizona's bad? I promise. Go to Illinois. That's the worst. I don't even want to go back. I probably won't go back. We own a house there too, but I'm probably just going to put that on the market.
you're welcome, Tatiana. Is that your name? You're welcome. Chef's kiss. Season of blowing with some Tony Chef's kiss. Was that Will? Yeah. Nah, nobody can agree. All right, guys.
He's staying strong.
I'm definitely staying strong, but I'm gonna get off here and cook something to eat. I'm hungry.
Love you guys.
Love y'all too. If I come up with anything,
Love y'all, and thank you all
I
for
will post
being
it.
and sitting and hanging out.
I will
Go
definitely.
to the haters that are completely obsessed with us. There's nothing really to see here. We're just normal people trying to make it.
I'm going to go to. I'm going to my shed now.
Yeah, time to go to the shed in the woods, babe.
I'm gonna go put my head in the corner and reflect on life decisions.
No, he's not allowed around me. He's got to stay in the shed in the woods.
Do you at least have a cot in there?
No, I'm in the doghouse. It's okay.
Oh, maybe we can get a donation and get you a cot.
Oh, no, don't do that.
Oh, be
Don't
careful
send me no
talking about
money.
the donations.
No,
They're gonna
Dad,
say
don't
we're
send
trying
me
to
no money.
monetize.
Oh, Lord.
I know,
I'm
right?
capitalizing. I am very capitalizing off this. I'm not even trying to be smart, but I'm glad y'all gave me a smile. Thank you. Thank you, guys. That was funny. I don't care who you are. If you don't think that was funny, you need to get the hell out of this room right now.
I didn't catch it. Sorry, princess.
Oh, princess. I'm coming to you.
You know, when all this
Love
stuff
you,
started,
bro.
I put the video down. I love you guys that are in the boxes, and thank you all for coming here and hearing him out.
Love y'all.
Yes, thank you for being respectful for the ones that were. Leave my baby niece alone, you haters.
That part.
Thank you.
Like, and they say it with their chest.